the times I called, sometimes the phone would ring and ring and ring for days. I didn't want to know that she had successfully committed suicide.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out of our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we staying in our cell. We get fed in our cell. We don't come out of our cell at all, and that's pretty much the biggest problem. Like, they simply say that they're short-staffed, but that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Yam, pam, jam.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, wow.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Speak up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering, awesome. Where's Tory? Like,
tell Tony, all aboard. It's okay to jump on the love train.
I'm not jumping on the love train.
We might got a couple seats left. left.
Listen, he ain't going to be, Jordan Love will not be the starter in 5 years.
Trash. That's a trash.
That's just my take.
Now you're trying to string it out.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Well, I'll need some apologies from the staff of 101.7.
Oh, wow. Wait a minute. I think the line's messing up. Hey, Eddie. Oh, I guess something happened with Eddie.
Hush up, boy.
And they have an agenda. And the agenda is a satanic one. I don't know why people don't talk about it. You can't talk.
Yo! They just empty.
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cups. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm.
Now, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth, from 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue, and I'm here for the action.
And none but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The movement continues.
The marathon continues.
How you doing, DJ Brother Z?
It's Monday.
And how y'all doing out there in Radio Land? Truth Nation. Thank you for joining me this Monday, October 28th, 2024. We got another powerful conversation for you today. So I'm going to need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Now, y'all know how we get down on Mondays. You know let's get the miracle minister Kevin on the lines for this Monday prayer. How you doing, Minister Kevin?
Hey, Tory, I'm blessed and highly favored. How you doing, my brother?
Hey, look, I'm feeling powerful.
As always, that's your job to feel powerful. God put you in a powerful position.
Hey, look.
So you always feel powerful.
Hey, what's happening then? But, you know, I'm feeling good also because the Packers won. You know, they got that victory. So that kind of help out with the energy. That still helps out. Even though Jordan Love got a little injured, he got a little injury. They said it was I thought it was the knee, but they said it was something else.
Yeah, like in the groin or something.
A groin injury.
Is anybody mad? Is anybody mad that he's injured right now?
Well, we got Malik Willis.
Myself, I heard nothing.
We got Malik Willis right now, so Malik Willis is definitely
right.
He handling. They got the brothers up there in Green Bay working.
Right. So I'm wondering, is anybody mad that he hurt?
Well, not now.
Some people don't mind.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. I love what's going on up there in Green Bay. It's powerful.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure Tony gonna have something to say about that if he come on today. I don't know. That's his part.
Well, I think Tony Smith out on assignment. We got Double J. I think we got Double J coming in. Double J gonna hit him up.
Oh, I love to hear from him.
Now look,
that's good. I love to hear from him. He always got something.
Now look, Minister Kevin, I got we got a couple weeks left for the election. No, less than a week.
No, 2 weeks and 1 day.
2 weeks and 1 day. Okay, 2 weeks and 1 day. Because it's the 28th.
I believe it is. No, is it 1 week and 1 day?
I think it's 1 week.
Yeah, it is. It's 1 week and 1 day.
I thought you trying to mess my calendar up. You trying to mess my calendar up.
8 days, man.
Had me, since you was the minister, since you was the minister, had me checking my calendar after I said, Hey.
Yeah, a week and a day. Oh, that's something.
Let me tell you something. It's going to go fast, too.
I know. I was listening to your broadcast where you had Senator Ron Johnson on there.
Right.
And we were talking about the reparations and how he's playing with semantics, talking about repair and all that. And my idea about that is that if you give us the reparations, we can do our own repair.
Right.
Just write the check.
I've been saying
that's all you got to do. Don't.
I've been saying that. Like I said,
come up with a difference.
I'm gonna tell you this: if that's how we got to do it, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna start me an organization called Repair for Blacks. Because they got so many out there. Because they both frown. Both sides frown on reparations, or they'll try to. One side will lead you to believe that they might do it, and the other side just gonna say, "No, we ain't gonna do it like that." But I'll tell you this: it's up to our community to make sure that we are voting, using our votes as a weapon to make real change. I would love to get. In the local elections, I would love to get all the brothers from the front lines in these different areas on the front lines in these seats and see what happened for once. To get the brothers that's really doing the real work in these seats and pulling for what we need in our communities. I would love to see that one day. I mean, that's my final, understanding of politics, that you have to get people that's from where you are, not manufactured, not look like you. You got to get somebody that's really doing the real work where you can type in and see some receipts, get them in the seat and see what happened.
Right. But see, I don't look at it as either one of the parties is for it or against it. Neither one of them wanted us to have it. Neither one, because they both have high opportunity. It don't take until 2024 to come up with it when you could have done this 100, 200 years ago. You could have done it when you freed the for losing their slaves. You could have done it right along there. But you decided that we ain't worth it, and 200 years gone by,
well,
with the 50-something, almost 60 years gone by, we still ain't worth it.
It's in the writing. 40 acres in the mule. It's in writing.
Yeah, man. Nobody got 40 acres or a mule. So you was able to use their mule if you went on to continue to work on their land when you got done. That's about it. You know,
right? You was the mule.
Neither one of the parties want to give it to us, man.
Right.
And so I don't care. You know,
Minister,
we got to realize,
at the end of the day, when it's all over with, and then all the hype go down, and all the partying, and all the get out and vote ideas go away, when all the smoke clears, it's gonna come back down to us doing the real work as usual.
It's just going to be when all the votes is tabulated, we back to our low self.
We got to get back to work again.
I don't care who you put in. When you get done, it's going to be just us.
I'm going to be still outside. They're going to still be blowing up my line saying, Tory, we need help.
And Facebook will still be blocking you.
So Liz, hey, you know what? I got smarter now. Now I got like 3 Facebooks. So hopefully, people who follow me, they move around. They kind of move around and still tag.
Yeah. So, but like I said, it's up to us. We got to do the repair. If they give us reparations, that's beneficial to all of us. But we still, even with the reparations, we still got to do the repair because up there, you're looking at how our youth out there, how not just our youth, but us as a people.
Oh wow! Don't tell me you didn't see what happened on Brady Street.
Oh, on the fire truck.
Oh my God! You didn't see what happened? Those videos was all over the internet.
We got to stop this foolishness because all we doing is feeding into what they want us to do.
Right.
The views that they put out, we talked about that before. But what we're doing, Tory, look, going back to, we had a Republican governor, Tommy Thompson. We had a Republican governor, Scott Walker. We had a Democratic governor, Evers.
Right.
How has life gotten better for us than any of those administrations? It hasn't. Through any one of them, it hasn't gotten any better.
Well,
and they get the mentality of locking us up for anything and locking us up. What are they doing when they lock us up? They're feeding their own families. When Tommy Thompson built all the prisons, Bosco Bill, Red Granite, all over the place, and never in our community, what they're doing is starting a whole new economical, beneficial place for the people out there that don't look like us.
Right.
They got banks out there. They got Walmarts. They got gas stations. They got a new prison, and then everybody come in and get enough money, good paying jobs to send their kids to college. Well, look what happened in my case. The young dude, what he did to me, when I get done with all my surgeries, it'd be $1 million spent just for one person victimizing one other person. $1 million. Going to the hospitals, going to the doctors, going to the judges, going to the lawyers, going to the court stenographers, going to the wraparound, all this money going to everybody but us. So when we get one person doing one crime, we are putting $1 million into the system that is not going toward us. What are we doing to put money in our own neighborhood? What are we doing for that?
Hey.
We are constantly putting money right to their hands, their jobs, sending their kids to college. Getting them brand new cars. What are we getting? We're getting locked up. We're getting to drive our raggedy cars up to go visit them 100 miles away.
Well, I'll say this.
That's what we're getting.
Well, it's a new day, and I think that a lot of people, and salute to everybody who are taking control over the ideal of voting, period, because when I was coming up, they said our ancestors died for us to vote, and that was true, but it was half truth. Our ancestors died so we can get leverage to get what we need from this country through the voting system. That's leverage. This is where you put your votes together, and we're going to aim to get some results, outcomes. And I think that we have lost track of the results and the outcome and got caught up in the lights, the flashing lights. You know what I mean? So I think that we have to get back to where when we vote, we get things from the vote and add to our communities and build up just like everybody else.
Well, yeah, but the truth is they did die for us to have the right to vote.
Right,
you
but
go back to 1864.
But what I'm saying is the death is not the. Hold on, the death is not the main highlight. The death, they died because of the strategy that if we can get at the table, we can get gains.
Right. We don't have to look at the death.
Right.
We have to look at who's living now.
Right.
That they died, but yes, we're alive. So what are you doing while you're alive? Are you exercising your right to vote, your privilege, if you want to vote? Are you exercising it? Because they wasn't taken away from you.
Right.
They got so many tools there to take it away from you. While you have it, are you using it?
And are you using it
all
correctly?
All these freedoms that we fought for.
Are you using it?
18th Amendment, so we have the right to vote.
Hold on, how are we getting an advantage from the vote? See, the thing is, what I'm seeing is people saying, hey, if I give you this vote, I want X, Y, and Z. You just can't take my vote for granted. You can't just pre-count my vote. You can't just say, okay, a lot of the black vote is already counted, if you ask me, from what I'm seeing. They didn't already counted your vote.
It don't matter if Joe candidate win or lose. The thing, we think that our vote stopped at the ballot box. Our vote don't stop there. Now comes accountability. We have to hold whoever's in office accountable. Not just vote and leave it there and go sit back and play your PlayStation. You know, now this is the hard work. Now, that was the easy part, going to vote. It's easy now. It wasn't easy then. People were being killed trying to go back and vote in 1964, but it came up with the Voting Rights Act. And then the next year when it goes to civil rights, so we haven't had some kind of civil rights. But all this stuff was there. They did die. They did get hurt. They got injured for all that. And we appreciate all that.
Right.
So now the easy part is for us to go vote. The hard part is to do the work after the vote. And that's that part we don't want to do.
And the sad part about it is...
We want to just get our voting sticker.
Well, what I'm saying is this is where the great change is happening. Where people are starting to say, hey, look, we want the same things as everybody else. We want the same tangibles and result ideas as people in the surrounding areas. And black communities are no longer sitting back and allowing people to take that vote for granted. And salute to everybody who's making sure that they're weaponizing the vote to make real change. No matter what you do with your vote, if you're voting for change, then make sure that the outcome is so. And what we're not seeing in our neighborhoods, in our communities, we're seeing the same thing happening over and over again. So I think that a lot of people this time around, no matter how they decide to do it, they're questioning the results. And that's what we need. We need more people questioning outcomes, tangible outcomes for the community, because we need the resources, because we need our communities to have neighborhood development, because we need to be a part of some of these government contracts and construction and things like that. People are questioning a lot of this stuff because this is what voting does. Now, you can come out and say, you can ask for my vote, you can come out and beg me for my vote, but we want to know, okay, if we give you this vote, what are we going to get, and can we calculate it up the next time around? And I think that a lot of people got the eyebrow raised because of that.
Yes, but sorry, I don't want to even stop at wanting the same thing that our counterparts have out there in the suburbs, all that. No, we want better than what they have because it's our blood that's in the soil. I remember Senator Ron Johnson said, 600,000 people died. Like that's supposed to be a reparations to the Civil War.
Right.
On both sides.
But that's not the case.
The Civil War wasn't about slavery. Don't even say that. That's not even about slavery.
It wasn't even say that? It was about economics.
How many people died in all the wars?
Right. But what I'm saying, it was about economics.
We're saying that was for us. That wasn't for us. That was not for us. That was for the country. Because they was building, South was getting stronger economically because they had all this free labor. And enough do that, hey, we ain't going to let all this, they're going to build up.
Right.
Right. So that's why when they didn't start the war, because, hey, we want the slave free.
Well, I'll say this. It's better to, you can get high blood pressure over all of this, but if people don't get out and show their action in the street and amongst the community and build up, there's plenty leaders that came before us that told you what the game was. I can go play 2 hours worth of people that came before me, and it'll sound like the Tory Lowe show. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying, it'll sound just like what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, are we taking heed? That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. We do a lot of talking. We got to do some walking.
Hey, like I said, I was just listening to Malcolm X and all the people that came before me, and I'm saying the same thing. And some of those speeches I never heard. I'm just now hearing them because we going back. A lot of the social media is starting to replay a lot of the clips. A lot of people starting to play all these different leaders that came through the black community in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s. And if they play the Tory Lowe show and clipped all them clips, it'll sound exactly the same.
The internet's a wonderful thing.
But look, Minister Kevin, we need prayer. Hey, look, we need the prayer because I'll tell you this, our community now more than ever, I feel like they're starting to question, they're starting to change. I see the change out here on the front lines. It's slight changes, but I see changes in the way people are moving and trying to switch directions and trying to make sure that they're starting to hold people accountable, hold themselves accountable. I love it. I'm starting to get more people saying, I got to do a little bit more, too.
That's awesome. I hope that little bit more is if I get out the road. But Lord, just as Solomon asked for wisdom to rule and lead your people now ask for wisdom and live it in your kingdom. Too many times we lead to our own understanding and fall short of what you desire for us. So now we definitely need observation, applied knowledge, and discernment of what is true and beneficial to make it in this land. Help us that we don't find ourselves victims to the snares of the enemy and propagate the ideals that around us to promote self-destruction. You formed us in your own image, and we need to get back to that shape naturally, spiritually, and mentally. And we can't do that without your loving mercy and love care. I speak life more abundantly in Jesus' name. Amen.
Hey, thank you for that powerful prayer, Minister Kevin. Anything else you want to say?
As always, Dr. Puff, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused, and get out and vote.
Get out and vote. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, they saying that it's a lot of things going on with the early ballots. I was talking about there was a situation where somebody had tried to burn the blue box up where you drop off the ballots. We're going to talk about that. We're going to look into it when we get back. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
And that's Tory Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke. Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation, the election is less than 2 weeks away, and we are excited for our final The Truth on Politics on Tuesday, October 29th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. This show will break down the 2024 election and discuss whether VP Kamala Harris or former President Donald Trump is the best candidate for our community. Do not miss the last The Truth on Politics on Tuesday, October 29th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. with Dr. Ken Harris, Sherwin Hughes, Tory Lowe, and Jason Fields on the award-winning 1017 The Truth and streaming live on YouTube.
Sometimes it takes a breakdown to have a breakthrough. And at Vin Baker Recovery, they understand the power of having real support while you're on that journey to recovery. This is why at Vin Baker Recovery, they customize treatment plans specific for your needs. Vin Baker Recovery provides our community and anyone looking for help with access to mental health care and recovery support, helping you treat addiction. So whether opioid abuse, alcohol, or other controlled substances, Vin Baker Recovery helps you get back to the lifestyle that you know will be the best option for your future. Vin Baker Recovery offers licensed counseling and therapy services to curb the mental health problems that have been impacting our communities for far too long. They provide services like medication-assisted treatment, outpatient care, and hub and spoke services with peer support. So what are you waiting for? Vin Baker Recovery accepts walk-ins and appointments. It's just that easy. Just visit VinBakerRecovery.com. That's VinBakerRecovery.com. They're here to help you win the day.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as one business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The WIAA football playoffs is here. We have a huge battle this Friday night as the number 1 seeded Marquette Hilltoppers take on the number 4 seeded De Pere Redbirds. The football action kicks off at 7 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth. Marquette University High School football is presented by Gruber Law Offices and sponsored by Capital Insurance Agency, Magic Productions, Annex Wealth Management, C.G. Schmidt, Left's Lucky Town, Boyle Frederickson Intellectual Property Law, and Marquette University High School.
Make Milwaukee work for you. 1MKE provides easy-to-use information on local, state, and federal programs that can save you money and improve your well-being. Discover events you can attend to get involved in your community and find nonpartisan resources to help you make your voting plan for the upcoming election. 1MKE envisions a future where every Milwaukee resident understands how being civically engaged can help us create a healthier, stronger city. Because together, we are one Milwaukee. Learn more at 1mke.org.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Seven The Truth, Tory Lowe Show, DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Hey, look, we got to start understanding that it's early voting, and there's some strategies out here that I'm seeing where people are burning up the drop boxes. Hundreds of ballots are destroyed after fires are set in ballot drop boxes in Oregon, Washington, Arizona. I don't know if this is a strategy that they doing. The one out in Arizona, they said they got somebody in custody. They trying to burn up the ballots at the drop boxes, DJ Brother Z. We got a story on this. Let's listen.
Breaking news. An arrest in an overnight arson targeting a U.S. Postal Service blue box that went up in flames, torching more than a dozen ballots. And just into our newsroom in the last half hour, an arrest in that arson and vandalism of an official mail collection box in Phoenix. Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego posting on social media, confirming an arrest, thanking the swift action of Phoenix police and fire and federal partners. We're told the suspect is en route to booking right now. It was one of the drive-up blue boxes outside the USPS at 7th Avenue and Indian School in Phoenix. We're told 20 early ballots were inside that box, damaged along with some other mail. The Phoenix Arson Task Force started working with this right away with the U.S. Postal Inspectors. It is a federal felony to tamper with the mail. USPS encouraging everyone not to put any mail in any blue box collection box after the last pickup time. That's posted on every box. So a heads up, if you dropped off any mail to that drop box, again, the location at 7th Avenue and Indian School after 5 last.
Also, they're saying that the Portland Police Bureau reported that officers and firefighters responded to a fire in one ballot drop box at about 3:30 a.m. and determined that somebody tried to burn it up. Only 3 of those boxes were damaged. They're saying that this is starting to be an issue. I remember when we was talking about this Friday, before we, went off for the weekend, we was talking about it, but now there was Arizona, now it's Washington, D.C., now there's Oregon. Somebody says Vancouver, where hundreds of ballots were destroyed. So, hey, DJ Brother Z. That's why I wait to go in. I'm gonna do mine on the date of. But look, like I said, make sure y'all keeping an eye open, keep y'all head on the swivel, and salute to everybody that's voting right now. Salute to everybody that's watching the polls to make sure that we have a clean, honest election this time around. I don't know. I'm going to tell you right now, it's getting hot, too. They got all kinds of parties to go to, the voting parties. Hey. But look, when we come back, we're going to have a pop culture report. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app at 1017thetruth.com. This is your Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin Minute.
Reproductive justice, it's a framework, it's a movement, it's a vision for reproductive freedom. It's a right to have a child. It's a right to not have children. And this next part is really as important as the other parts. It's the right to birth and parent our children with dignity, and the right to live and parent our children in safe and healthy environments. So reproductive justice understands the ability of any person to control their destiny is directly related to the conditions of their communities. It looks at the intersections of discrimination in social, political, and economic systems, and it sheds lights on the barriers that these systems produce. And then we, reproductive justice advocates, fight against the barriers that prevent Black people and other people of color from exercising their rights. That's reproductive justice.
This has been your Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin Minute.
The Empowerment Small Business Loan Program, we're talking about up to $5 million, which for small business owners, we need that. That's like payroll, that's resources. So can you just let us know, what is the program and why is this lending program so important to Old National Bank?
Years ago, our CEO, Jim Ryan, this program is his brainchild. He was working with Roland Shelton, who you know, Denise, out of Evansville, and they identified that African-American business owners, Hispanic business owners, Native American business owners, as well as women business owners had a difficult time in obtaining financing from the traditional credit partners. And so we went out, created a program, launched it last year in 2023. And so far last year, we have helped over 100 successful minority and women-owned businesses with about $25 million in loans. We've already started this year with almost $8 million in approvals, again, geared toward minority business owners and women business owners that normally had difficulties in obtaining traditional credit finance.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
Okay, Fred, so I got some questions.
What's up?
Where should I go if I want to start my own business?
You go to EerieInsurance.com.
Okay, Fred, so where should I go if my kid needs an internship? Or if I need a job, where do I go?
You go to EerieInsurance.com.
Okay, so what if I want to work for a company that believes in diversity, has great benefits, and growth for people like us?
You already know. It's EerieInsurance.com.
Man, so Fred, I just need to go to Erie Insurance?
Go to EerieInsurance.com for all that you need.
It's amazing!
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snine. Green Bay Packers snagged their fourth straight win on Sunday afternoon. Jordan Love exited the game early in the third quarter to a groin injury as Malik Willis orchestrated a game-winning drive to put the team in field goal range for kicker Brandon McManus.
McManus for the second straight week. The Green Bay Packers game-winning field goal.
The 30-27 win, the Packers improving to 6-2 on their season.
Really proud of our guys. Just it wasn't our cleanest game, I would say, but I thought just the ability to find a way to get it done. Ultimately, that's what it's all about.
Next up for the Packers is the Detroit Lions at Lambeau Field on Sunday afternoon. Over to the NBA, where the Milwaukee Bucks fell for the second straight time, this one in Brooklyn to the Nets by a final score of 115-102. They'll get right back at it tonight in Boston. Tip-off for that game is set for 6:30. And lastly, over to baseball, where the World Series will march on tonight, this time in New York. The Dodgers currently leading that series 2-0. Game 3's first pitch set for 7:08. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
In my Benz, but
behind tent with my fake little smaller. Got a project, they use to ride model, my fake little hard. I'm the shit, you know on the shit, I'm still a walking leak. And I be smarter to rob in on my truck than try to go against this. Got this
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Pop Culture Report brought to you by Truth Nation social media sensation.
We here.
Jason Smith.
Live Monday.
Double J.
Come on.
What's happening then?
Come on, first off, I want to say happy Monday, the best day of the week.
Hey.
I see telling people.
Let me tell you something. That Monday prayer was powerful.
Come on now. I see. Look, we need that Monday prayer. Why? Because we got to set that week off right. On the right foundation.
We got to get on one accord.
We got to get on one accord at the start. That's how we go get to the finish together.
Not in one key or on one accord.
Not. Hold on. Are you is a rapper?
Okay,
I'm trying to tell
I'm trying to tell you.
So I forgot. You do got the bars. Like, I shouldn't be surprised. I should be used to this by now.
Right.
But no, T-Lo, it's the Pop Culture Report. And come on now. First off, I want to give a quick shout out. You wearing them. You repping them right now.
You know what time it is.
Shout out my Packers.
Salute.
Come on, man. They always doubting us every year, I feel like.
And then, McManus salute. He came in 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, shout out McManus, man.
Hey, got 2 kicks off. Two powerful kicks.
Dude, I'm so happy we got, bro.
Hey,
we
that last kicker had to hit the road.
Bro, he had to because he was failing us. And I know that people had the concerns about Jordan Love because the injury coming into the season and all of this, blah, blah, blah.
And he had a groin injury, I guess, at the end of this game. Salute to Malik Willis, coming in, filling in, not blowing the game, managing the game, using his legs, getting us downfield for the game-winning kick.
Come on, man. So, yeah, shout out
Game
Packers.
ball for Willis McMahon.
Of course. He done got the game ball for a couple times now since he been here. So, shout out to them. I want to keep going. Hey, listen, who say Super Bowl not? Come on now. We don't know. We got to just get there.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking about sports, speaking about the Packers, it's some big news coming out about basketball in Milwaukee.
What you mean? What's the news?
Now, it's not official yet. It's not confirmed. However,
it's whispers.
It's whispers.
Okay.
Milwaukee did, though. This is confirmed. Milwaukee did submit a bid for us to get a WNBA team.
Oh, wow.
A WNBA team right here in Milwaukee.
How?
I'm all for it. I love it. I want it because the WNBA is popping. Hey, if you ain't tapped into the WNBA,
they stocked and rose.
Dude, you got to tap in. I just watched these playoffs. I cannot wait till next season now.
Look, everybody's interested. I think that Milwaukee is one of the places where women's basketball will be accepted and appreciated.
Without question.
We got so many loyal fans here.
We waiting.
I'm talking about every team in the city of Milwaukee, the fanship is just beyond. So I think that they would fit right in.
They'll fit right in. I'm all for it. Now, people are saying, because I know the storylines now. I know the superstars now. Like, that's what they needed before. Like, you got to think when the NBA started popping, they had the storyline, the Magic versus Bird. Like, that helped catapult them. You got that. Now we have that. We got whether it's the Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese. It's so many different
But they needed that
Asia
because
Wilson.
you know what that reminds me of when the NBA, before it exploded, you had the Bird, Magic. Then Jordan came and continued. So then they started building these storylines. Well, I'm starting to see now where the WNBA is gripping on to like a type of Bird Magic type storyline with Angel Reese
and
Caitlin. So now what is next? Who's next? What's going on?
We gotta keep it going.
Keep it going. So if we get a WNBA team, I believe that we would embrace it. Because, everybody want to get in now. It's time. It's time to get in right now.
We might as well take this to the next level because these girls can actually hoop. Now, what I would say, though, let's lower the rim.
Right.
About a foot or two.
So from 10 to 9.
Yeah, 10 to 9 or 8. But 9.
9, I say 9.
It's in the middle. I feel it.
I believe
it's right there.
I believe if you drop it to 9, you may get more.
Yeah.
Dunks.
You go get more highlights. The ball is already smaller.
Right.
The three-point line is already closer. We saw last year All-Star game, Steph Curry and Sabrina, shout out Sabrina Escobar, who just won a championship in the WNBA on the New York Liberty. They had a shoot-off, but it was unfair because they were shooting from the NBA line, which Steph Curry is used to.
Right.
Sabrina used to shooting a little closer in the WNBA. So if the ball is already smaller, the three-point line and free throw line is already closer, why not lower the rim just a little bit?
I think it would change the game because people practice on the 10-foot.
Yeah,
but the excitement of more dunks.
This is about money at the end of the day.
It would change the game.
This is about money.
If I went to a women's basketball game and they was actually dunking.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, I don't want it to look like Now this is my pushback.
What's the pushback, T-Line? Because I don't see.
You know when you go to the park where the kids' rims and people be dunking on the kids' rims.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be like that.
No, I'm just saying I don't want it to be so low that
that's what you don't want to.
Where it start looking like you at Chuck E. Cheese.
I can see that's what you don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want it like anybody can go over there and just No. But if you drop it from 10 to 9, I would accept it.
More WNBA players will be able to dunk. We need more highlights. We need more storylines to keep people interested in it. So listen, I'm ready for it. I don't know what the name gonna be. Me and Carrie was back there trying to brainstorm some names for the WNBA team, our Milwaukee WNBA team.
I thought they had one a long time ago with
in the
women's
80s
basketball
or something like that.
Yeah, why don't they revive that idea?
I think it was Milwaukee Doves or something like that.
The Doves or something like that.
Something like that. Hey, listen.
I mean, why don't bring that back? So then you can wear all the vintage stuff.
Ooh, more money.
Yeah.
Because now you can sell the retro stuff. This is a business. People got to understand that. So I'm all for it. I cannot wait. Now, we do know plenty of other teams have submitted a bid for a WNBA team.
Right.
We don't think every city go get it, but we just hope that we are.
They usually do it in pairs of twos or something.
Because they got to even it out.
Right.
It's like 12 teams are right now, so they will have to make it 14 to make it 7-7 for each conference.
Right.
Because the NBA is expanding in 2028. We added 2 teams. Yeah, 2028 is going to be 2 new NBA teams.
Wow.
And it's crazy because LeBron talked about owning the Las Vegas team, right?
Right.
And that's in 4 years. They saying Bron expected to just play 3 more years. So right after he retired, him, Mark Cuban, and Shaq are talking about teaming up and having a Las Vegas team. Come on.
Oh, wow.
Come on. So I'm excited for all the expansion. I'm all for the expansion.
Look, if business is good, why not?
Business is booming.
Man,
business is booming.
I'm telling you, like I said, I mean, salute to the WNBA because they had my interest this year. Because I got caught up in the headline.
Man.
So hopefully they can expand it. And if we can get a WNBA team, you know how many young girls around here would be able to try out.
The inspiration.
And man, that'd just be powerful.
And now you'll have way more girls feeling like, man, this can really happen.
Right.
Like, this can really happen. It's all about representation. And and I think that is going to be absolutely huge. And I cannot wait.
Well, look, when we come back,
we got some stuff to talk about when we come back to you.
We got more stuff to talk about?
Oh, we got this was nothing. This was just
okay.
Get this out the way.
You was just trying to get the feel good stuff out the way.
Yeah, let's get this out the way.
Oh, wow.
We got some more stuff to talk about.
Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more Pop Culture Report with Jason Smith. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Here at the new 1017 The Truth, we aim to be a staple in Milwaukee's Black community. We are committed to partnering with local organizations and supporting Black-owned businesses. We are proud to call Milwaukee our city and promise to be a positive reflection of our community. We look forward to celebrating Black culture and excellence with you every day as we make history and continue to uplift the voices in our city. Join us for the journey at the new 1017 The Truth, founded by Gruber Law Offices, Milwaukee Black Talk.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With limited incomes not keeping up with the lingering effects of inflation, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as one business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Milwaukee Health Services Incorporated is celebrating 35 years of serving all income and medically underserved populations of Milwaukee's metropolitan area. MHSI is a one-stop shop that provides medical, radiology, dental, pediatric, behavioral health, pharmacies with affordable medications, and more. Also, MHSI's new family medicine residency program, located at the Isaac Cogg's Heritage Health Center, has brought 28 family doctors to our area, which is significantly impacted by healthcare workforce shortages. Become a new patient today. To schedule an appointment, call 414-372-8080. Your health is their business.
Hi there, this is Pastor Richard D. Shaw of the St. Matthew's CME Church, encouraging you to vote in this upcoming election. Your vote is your power. Every ballot counts and matters. Your vote shapes the future and can impact generations to come. Don't wait, get engaged, and get to the polls. Voting is not just your right, it's your opportunity to impact your community and inspire others. So rally your friends and family and let's create the change we want to see. Vote early or vote the day of. Just vote and be heard.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
For 50 an onion, selling that funky, smashing to rap right now. Off a pack of that honey, my life is iconic. Do your, oh yeah, do your, oh yeah, bust your wrist, do your, boss your, oh yeah, my look fine, pop your.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Pop Culture Report brought to you by Truth Nation social media sensation Jason Smith.
We here.
Hey.
We live in the building.
And what else is going on out here in these streets?
T-Low. There's some stuff going on out in these streets, man. A couple days ago, we talked about Lil Durk, right? And we talked about how
we talked about that the feds popped up on him.
He done got caught up, man. So obviously, Quando Rondo, a rapper who he had beef with, ended up killing somebody, either Quando Rondo, somebody in, Lil Tim. Somebody in this group.
King Von.
Ended up killing King Von, one of Lil Durk's best friends. This was back in a few years ago.
Right.
And Lil Durk tried to get revenge. What did he do?
Right.
He did a murder for hire.
Oh, wow.
Did a murder for hire.
This is what they arrested him for.
He hired somebody to go follow Quando Rondo around and murder him.
And they shot at one of his boys.
And they ended up killing, actually, Quando Rondo's cousin instead. But, T-Lo, the story just got more juicy. The story just got more interesting.
What you mean?
Because now we know it actually happened. Now we know that it got to be much more than allegedly. Why? Because somebody in Lil Durk's team, OTF Jam, OTF, that's the name of Lil Durk's label called Only the Family. OTF Jam, was wearing a wire for 2 years.
You know what? I was reading something to where they said that he got out of jail.
Yeah, I got out of jail.
Lil Durk gave him $50,000 in the house, in the crib.
Yep.
And they said that soon after he got out, he got caught up somehow. And then they turned him, and he been recording wearing wires the whole time.
He been wearing wires the whole entire time.
Oh, wow.
T-Lo, they got every single detail that they need. First off, Lil Durk was putting everything on his OTF, his label's credit card. So they already have that. They got all the security footage of them going into the stores, buying a ski mask. They got all of the receipts about the hotels booked, the guns bought. They got all the proof about the rental cars that was used in the shootings and who it was rented to. And Lil Durk put it all under his name.
No, he didn't.
I'm trying to figure out.
They even said that he had plane tickets, like he flew them out.
T-Lo, he flew them out, but he was about to go, before he got arrested, he was set to go on all around the world, Dubai, Switzerland.
Right.
He was set to hop on a private jet and leave, and obviously probably never come back.
Right.
I mean, you got to get away from all of this.
And that's why they popped up on him.
And they popped up on him real quick because they found out. They saw all of he's buying this stuff and putting it in his name. I don't understand how do you think you go get away with that when everything is in your name and it can be tracked back to you. But it's just the fact that, dude, if you listen to Lil Durk, which I was a huge fan of Lil Durk, he always talk about how it's a mole in the group, and when he talking about the opposition, he always talking about, yeah, man, y'all got a mole in y'all group, y'all got a rat in y'all group. He had to beef with 6ix9ine, calling him a snitch, calling him a rat. Come on, karma. You look, what goes around comes around, because now Lil Durk has a rat in his crew. And he said, make sure you shut that back door because your brother not always your brother. That's one of his lyrics.
Well, the thing is, he got a new album, I guess, that's supposed to be coming out.
Oh, man. It's
And you know, he says something where somebody was wearing a wire that in the lyrics.
Dang.
So he probably knew a while ago that something was coming.
He knew a while ago, but I don't think he expected it at first.
Well, the fans ain't going to tell you when they going to pop up on you.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna tell you I'm finna come get you today. So they saw that he was about to take these trips because the headlines from the New York Times says the rapper Lil Durk was arrested at the airport in Miami this week after he had booked on flights to 3 international destinations.
Yeah.
So they got him before he can leave.
Yeah, and I knew that's why they got him, because they realized, oh, he's about to try to get away, so we got to hurry up and get him. It's scary, bro. I feel bad because, like, bro, I asked you, I don't know if I can feel bad for him, but I do feel like he was.
You like him as an artist.
Artist, like the dude, music is like great. The flow, the delivery. Now, obviously, the lyrics. Some of the lyrics on some of his songs are real harsh. You know, real violent.
Well, you know, when you speak that type of lifestyle, and then something happens in real life, then you feeling the pressure to respond because you put that out there in the universe.
And internet culture.
And I'm going to tell you this, 9 times out of 10, a lot of these drill rappers, they end up going to prison or they end up dying themselves.
Yeah, you end up in prison or jail. And, I mean, prisoner in the grave. And it's because, like, you feel like you pressured to live up to this expectation. When you got everybody on social media,
winning Grammys off of this.
You winning awards, you platinum albums.
So you king boss. You got listen. And if the drama go down and you didn't spoke all this put this in the universe.
Come on.
Your boy King Von got, so you got to almost try to do something to hold your rank.
Yeah, because it's power
because you talking about this in this drill type music, and in that drill world, you got to spin the block.
You got to spin the block, because if you don't, you scary. Like, what's going on?
Right.
Now I feel like I lost my respect for you, because now I can do whatever I want.
Tekashi 6ix9ine laughing at you.
If you got Tekashi 6ix9ine making diss songs and laughing at you, we know something wrong.
Because he said he was a rat.
No, he already admitted
But he was saying that it's the era of the rat, too.
Yeah.
He was saying that I don't know why everybody talking about the rats, because the cats that's talking all this stuff on these albums, they either hanging around rats or they a rat.
Gunna, another example, ratted on Thug, but nobody care about Gunna ratted because Gunna's still popping. Gunna came out, he probably bigger than he ever was at this point. So I mean,
and probably Young Thug may have a mistrial on his hands too.
Yeah, Young Thug may get out of that. So now it's crazy though, because when you're talking about when you have to live up to those societal pressures, especially when you're in Lil Durk position, I can understand where he was coming from, but I do not think it was smart. Sticking on Hollywood, and we got a couple more minutes, what I'm going to talk about is, listen, T-Lo, what's going on with Jamie Foxx and Diddy?
Oh, wow. I heard this.
I've been hearing some stuff about Jamie Foxx and Diddy.
I've been hearing this.
So you know that Jamie Foxx, a couple years ago, he went into that coma and with a mysterious illness, and nobody knew what was wrong. Even the family was trying to figure out what was wrong. And I think eventually, what did they say? They end up saying he had something, some mysterious illness. And now it's coming out that Diddy was allegedly?
This is what they saying, but I looked up on TMZ. I had to do my little, Googles.
Yo, Googles.
And they saying Jamie Foxx rumored to have spilled the tea about Diddy being behind his hospitalization last year, but we are told there's zero truth to those claims.
Okay. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, but this was spreading because
this was spreading like wildfire.
They're saying that he made some kind of joke or something, or he said something to that effect.
Yeah.
And since Diddy is in the space where, he in jail, and all this stuff coming out about Diddy, everybody was like, oh, Diddy tried to get him with the baby oil.
Hey, man, Diddy tried. I was thinking Diddy tried to get Jamie, man. I was thinking Diddy tried to get Jamie, because we don't know what Jamie on. Listen, Jamie is Hollywood as all of them.
Right.
So we don't know.
They both was doing they both on record for doing wild Hollywood parties.
Yeah, people say Jamie Foxx is clone right now. I don't believe it. I ain't gonna lie, I do not believe it.
They were saying that they had the basketball games where people was running around without no clothes on.
Hey, I heard that.
That's a rumor. I don't know what was going on, but this is something that they've been talking about. So, like I said, they both was up there with the partying.
Man, it's a lot going on. Because you know about the Abercrombie & Fitch? The Abercrombie & Fitch former CEO is now getting...
But he got $10 million bail.
He out.
He out. Oh, my... See,
Why
that's
is
a
he
whole
out?
other... You got to...
Bro...
Hey, you should have brought that up early because
don't make me
I got
mad.
something to say about that.
Because how is he out when this man literally getting caught doing the same stuff?
Man,
I'm talking
raping people.
The same
male
stuff.
models.
No,
yeah.
literally doing the same stuff.
Probably even...
I think probably worse.
Man.
I think even worse.
Man,
And
I mean, because these were young men that he lured in on their dreams.
On their dream to be a model.
And just took it.
And why don't I see that plastered everywhere?
I don't see that.
I don't see that nowhere.
Well, all I'm saying is
I had to look it up myself.
He's out on $10 million. Diddy offered $50 million to get out.
Come on, man. I'm not condoning none of the behavior.
Oh yeah, both of them need to be thrown in the trash.
But you see the
but
difference.
You can see the difference,
how
right?
black man is treated versus the white man is treated when they doing the same crime.
Hey,
that's the problem. And the white dude was probably doing this for I don't know how long. We don't know. This
you
man
want to be a supermodel?
You want to be come to my hotel room? Come on, T-Lo.
Hey,
I done got
how many dreams did he didn't?
Come on.
All right. Well, look, I appreciate you for the pop culture report.
Of course, T-Lo.
Double J.
Always.
Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Tap into Milwaukee's most entertaining morning show.
Telly was getting frustrated because he couldn't connect to Wi-Fi, and he was like, Tony said, "Oh, crud." I was like, crud? Oh, crud. Crud knuckles.
Tony get all of my words on the golf course because I don't curse, and if I do something wrong, my go-to word is fudge.
Listen to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly weekdays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
It started with a prediction.
Gonna go out there and play basketball and win.
And how many games?
6.
It became the culture.
Chance of Bucks in 6.
Being a Bucks fan means you live and breathe Bucks in 6. Brandon Jennings created the prophecy. Tune into Behind the Bucks, the story of Brandon Jennings on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and streaming wherever you get your podcasts.
That's for the culture.
Calling all big thinkers. The world's climate is changing. These aren't new facts, but it means we must think in new ways about how we can live, prosper, and provide energy for our world while protecting our planet. Engineers are answering the call to create cleaner, safer, reliable energy. Solar power, harnessing the power of the sun to light all corners of the globe. Wind power, channeling a simple breeze to bring electricity to our homes. Hydropower, using the natural flow of water to generate electricity. Nuclear power, engineering advanced reactors that are safer, more reliable, and produce zero carbon emissions. Engineers are leading the way and empowering the next generation. Engineers answer the call. Brought to you by the National Academy of Engineering. Learn more at nae.edu.
Truth Nation, let us talk our ish for a moment. There is no other station in the country where you get a front row seat to hear from some of the biggest names in politics, pop culture, and sports. People like Vice President Kamala Harris.
Talk with your listeners to remind them of their power and the importance of voting. And the folks in Milwaukee turned out for me and Joe Biden in 2020. You showed what was possible.
U.S. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, are you a racist?
Absolutely not.
Is Donald Trump a racist?
Absolutely not. No.
And civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump.
Thank you all for speaking truth to power. That's the most important thing, because right now there are those in our community who would rather we just be quiet.
Right.
We have to disturb the peace now more than ever.
Tap into the award-winning and nationally recognized 1017 The Truth by downloading the Truth app and streaming us live at 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Milwaukee Black Talk. You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah, Milwaukee, stand up, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth, from 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready, we ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And we got the queen.
Hey, yo.
The advocate.
Yeah.
The author Elizabeth Brown in studio.
Salute. Happy
How you
Monday.
doing, queen?
Hey, it's Monday. It's beautiful outside, too. Beautiful day, Truth Nation, to take a walk and get out in nature.
Hey, hug a tree.
Hug a tree. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look. We got some things going on that we got to discuss. We got this thing where now they're seeing that the ballot boxes are being torched now. So we talked about what was going on in Arizona, and they have somebody in custody in Arizona. But hundreds of ballots are destroyed after fires are set in ballot drop boxes in Oregon and Washington. Authorities are investigating after early morning fires were set to ballot drop boxes in Portland, Oregon, and nearby Vancouver, Washington.
Wow.
So here we go.
Hey, get ready.
Here we go.
Hey,
They
finna pull out all the stops.
And this,
the closer we
this
get,
election,
the messier
it's so much going on.
Man, I'm just ready for it to be over with, fam.
It's a lot happening, but like I said, we here for it. We got a week and a day.
Facts
left.
The countdown is real.
So
we in the bottom of the knife.
But we got some audio. If y'all watching 101.7 The Truth as we broadcast live on YouTube, we got some video. Let's listen.
Investigations underway following the discovery of an incendiary device inside a ballot box in Portland. Meanwhile, in Vancouver, Washington, ABC affiliate KATU captured the moment heavy smoke was seen coming from inside a drop-off ballot box. ABC's Alex Stone is tracking that for us from the LA Bureau. Alex, what's the latest on these incidents?
Well, we're just getting details on them right now, Diane. Two different incidents, the one at 3:30 in the morning in the Vancouver or in Portland, and then 6:30 in the morning in the Vancouver area. Those two only about a 15, 20-minute drive apart from one another. And police in both of them, we know the FBI is now looking into them. Police say they don't know who did this. You can see in this video right here the smoke coming out. In the Vancouver incident, they know that there were hundreds of ballots that were in that drop box and that it involved ballots that were dropped off from 8 a.m. yesterday morning. The last pickup in the box was at 8 o'clock yesterday morning. And right now the FBI is responding. Police don't know, was this vandalism? Was it something more organized? They are investigating it, but just in the last couple of hours, the fire's breaking out.
What are election officials saying to anyone who thinks their ballot may have been?
Don't they got satellite footage?
Y'all know what it is. Stop playing.
You would think that they would have a camera on.
They got a camera
on the ballot box.
Stop playing in our face. Pull out the satellite cameras. They watching everything. Okay,
that's all I'm saying.
They can give us a ticket when we run a light. Pull it out. Okay?
Plus, you would think that it would be in an area that was highly.
Come on, man. Come on.
Secure.
These are the theatrics, okay?
Hey, but like I said, we're going to keep an eye on this. It seems like this is what they're doing now. I wonder if it's organized, because they got somebody in Arizona. They got somebody. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, I don't think that they said they had anybody from the Portland situation. But what I'm saying is, okay, You telling me ain't no camera? You know they got cameras. You know there's some cameras in that area. You know they got some cameras. So
hit the tower and see whose phone was pinging at the same damn.
Right.
Like it's too much technology, okay? And y'all pull it out, on the po folks immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, go on, quit playing.
I'll say this. This is the one thing that I say. This is how serious this election is. I mean, it's things, even in our community, you know what I'm seeing now? They having parties, they having get out the vote parties, celebrities coming through. They pulling out all the Hollywood.
I
don't know if they supposed to be feeding people at these events. I don't know. But, like I said, this is what's happening now. It's so serious. And I was looking up and seeing that the race was actually closer than what most people expect.
Yeah.
So both sides is out here trying to entertain the ideas that they think they can go and give them the advantage of get to the polls at this point. So it's just, I got the popcorn and the soda.
Me too.
Because this is just what it is.
Yeah. The 4th of July moment is definitely about to happen. And I'm just ready for it to, happen and be over with. I'm so over this season.
I'm telling you, like, and I was joking. I said this jokingly. I said, look, if you in the hood and you ain't paid your rent off of these pilots after all the money that done flooded up the neighborhood, I'm telling you, if you hustling, I mean, I'm just saying, no matter what side you vote for, if you aren't hustling, you could come up with a check because they paying people to get out, knock on doors.
Yeah, $20 an hour.
They've been paying people to do this and that, depending on what they got you doing. Advertising. I ended up in the advertising. I ain't getting no check. But what I'm saying is, it's happening. It's going down. I didn't looked up and see that I was on one of the advertising. But at the same time, this is the game. This is coming down the pipe.
Yeah. And it's down to the wire. So we finna see a whole bunch of stuff about to take place,
look.
And I'm here for it.
Like I said, this is the Super Bowl of elections.
Facts.
And like I said, if you getting kicked out your apartment, you ain't paying your rent. That means you ain't out here trying to get none of this money, this political money that's going on, because it's a lot of it out here.
People,
And like I said, somebody will come past me, and somebody either be trying to get somebody a ride, like they got now they can give you the rides.
They dropping majorly.
They got a lot of things going. Facts. So they working, they canvassing, they knocking on doors.
Yeah.
So if you ain't got your rent paid in the last 2 months, you slipping. Because they got the money out here for you.
They definitely working.
Plenty cash out here.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
If something happened, don't slide to your boy Tory Lowe in these last 2 months talking about you couldn't get the rent paid, you know what I mean? Like, because you must wasn't looking. It's a lot of money pouring in with the campaign dollars.
Heap.
So, like I said,
of campaign dollars hitting these streets, because I'm saying
keep your head on a swivel.
Hey, trucks lit up, it's a lot going on. Like, this is Burnham and Bailey.
Right.
Like, this circus is lit.
And the thing is, a lot of people they got so much at stake that they're willing to bring harm.
They got to.
Or they're willing to...
they got to bet it off, man.
Look, let me tell you something.
They got to bet it off.
They'll nail Jesus to the cross right now with these politics. I'm trying to tell you.
To bet it all, because when it's over, it's over.
Right.
And a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, these people then... built their livelihood
around this money. Yeah,
look here, especially in our community.
Yeah.
Like, when it's over, and the ship going down, and you got to go down with it. It's automatic. You knew when you signed up. So now people don't understand how bad it is.
After the last election, after the George Floyd, they used George Floyd and all the families. Once they got what they wanted, they cut them folks off.
Absolutely,
they called into the show and said that.
Yes,
but what I'm saying is, this is just what it is. And people, like I said, no matter what you're trying to do out here, if you can't pay your bills right now, that means you weren't out canvassing, you weren't out knocking on doors, because they definitely got the money for you.
You
on both sides.
Hey, if you was a tool, you was being used, and they gonna put you away real nice.
Oh, well, the check gonna stop after November, but
absolutely,
you can at least have the November rent paid by. You can at least have 3 months of bills paid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, by doing whatever they got going on.
Yeah, true.
It's outside. It's out here.
They definitely out here. I'm telling you. During the game yesterday, we had like 3 people come to the door.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Pushing lit.
Hey, this is what happens during this time.
Oh, no doubt.
But like I said,
they not wrong.
You better get yours because it's out here.
It's definitely out here for grabs.
Well, when we come back, I guess before we come back, I want to talk about the MPS situation. MPS, they got a lot of talking about schools joining together, schools closing down.
Closing down, yep.
It sounds like an implosion to me.
It is.
It sounds like MPS is imploding.
Hey, Ray Charles can see this.
From the inside.
Absolutely.
So this is something that I want to talk about. We're going to take an early break. When we come back, I want to talk about what's going on with MPS. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. The Truth app is home for all the Milwaukee Panther content you would want.
He'll dart baseline, and he will tomahawk it home with his right hand.
From conversations on the airwaves.
We're going to defend every board up the floor and every bounce and every pass. And we've got good depth, and you have to have good depth for the way we play.
To game highlights.
And at the top, rises for 3 over Young and buries it.
Find The Roar on the Truth app, Apple, Spotify, and wherever else you get your podcasts to keep up with Panthers hoops.
What distinguishes Old National Bank from other lenders in helping people buy their first home and furthering their small businesses?
One thing that really makes us stand out is our grants. We have 2 really big grants right now specifically for first-time home buyers buying in Milwaukee County. The first one is for $15,000. They have to be buying within Milwaukee County and reach certain income limits. And then the second one is for $20,000, and that is through the Federal Home Loan Bank of Indiana. We're headquartered in Indiana, as you know, Denise. So that is a second grant, and that is really the highest, most robust grant program throughout the entire southeastern Wisconsin area. So it's it's up to $35,000 essentially that a person could be receiving for their first home. If you are in a position that you're looking to buy your first home throughout Milwaukee County, please give me a call. Please contact me. I'm more than happy to help everybody that I can.
And what's your number, Anna?
Sure.
How can they reach you?
414-978-0283.
Kamala Harris is pushing taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners. She admitted it.
Surgery.
For prisoners.
For prisoners. Every transgender inmate in the prison system would have access.
Just listen to what Charlemagne the God had to say.
Kamala supports taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners. Hell no, I don't want my taxpayer dollars going to that.
Kamala even supports letting biological men compete against our girls in their sports. Kamala's pushing her far-left agenda and ignoring our community. While we're struggling to pay our bills, Kamala's giving free health care and free housing to illegals. They're getting our jobs, and they're bringing crime and drugs to our neighborhoods. And what do we get? Nothing but empty promises that lead to empty wallets. Kamala's giving welfare to illegals and paying for sex changes for inmates. Kamala is for they, them. President Trump is for us.
I'm Donald Trump, candidate for president, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Donald J. Trump for President 2024, Inc.
The WIAA football playoffs is here. We have a huge battle this Friday night as the number 1 seeded Marquette Hilltoppers take on the number 4 seeded De Pere Redbirds. The football action kicks off at 7 p.m. on 1017 The Truth. Marquette University High School football is presented by Gruber Law Offices and sponsored by Capital Insurance Agency, Magic Productions, Annex Wealth Management, C.G. Schmidt, Left's Lucky Town, Boyle Frederickson Intellectual Property Law, and Marquette University High School. Coming with straight truth.
And we see the mayhem and we see the after effects, and it leaves a lot of people scratching their heads. And when you see a 14-year-old, involved in this, how did he get the weapon?
And this is my favorite show on the station. I love you guys so much. Every day I listen to you guys. I swear to God. I mean, I listen to all the shows when I'm at work, but this show right here, these wonderful, that's what's up.
Catch the Tory Lowe Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
What?
ain't even on me. Yeah. Fall back too close, you ain't even on me. Trust my brothers from way back from the north. Whiskey and Dior, spend it like they owe me.
Milwaukee, the time is almost here. We've been entering in true fans into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway for the last 3 months. And this Thursday, October 31st, we'll finally pick our next one call, that's all, $5,000 giveaway winner. Be sure to tune in to The Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on Halloween so you don't miss your call, because if you do, we'll go down to the next caller until we find our $5,000 winner. Again, that is the big Gruber 5K giveaway this Thursday on The Truth. Tune in to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Hey, look, Elizabeth Brown. We got to talk about MPS once again. They're back in the news
they
again.
Stay in the news. Look.
Oh my goodness. Hey.
It's always something.
It's always something. But this time they talking about closing schools and joining certain schools together.
Merging them, yeah. But only on the north side, though.
Hey, look, like I said, this is what's happening then.
Yeah.
And if y'all tuned in to 101.7 The Truth as we broadcast live on YouTube, we got some video on this. Let's listen.
Tonight, potential major changes at the Milwaukee Public School District. More than a dozen schools could close or possibly merge. MPS revealing this list late this afternoon. It is part of a 10-year plan to deal with aging buildings and declining enrollment. Megan Lee has reaction from parents and the district.
This is the Oliver Wendell Holmes School, which is home to students in kindergarten through 8th grade. However, that could change in the coming years. Milwaukee Public Schools released an updated plan this evening that outlines potential mergers and closures.
If this closes down, it's like, I don't even know where our next step would be.
Ashley Hines is a mom to many in the MPS district, and her son goes to Sherman School, a building that's on the chopping block.
If they close something like this, it's going to affect us.
Yeah.
It just is.
The list isn't final. However, these 13 schools could face a merger or closure starting in 2026.
It's kind of hard to hear that it's happening.
Denise Caldwell and I caught up this afternoon as she was picking her son up from Lincoln Center of the Arts, a school that could have been on the list.
I am not too happy with MPS.
The list is part of a much larger picture, the long-range facilities plan. The district hired an outside firm to gather feedback and data on where to right size.
Some of them were building capacity, building condition, utilizations, where those buildings are located throughout the city.
MPS Interim Superintendent Eduardo Galvan was only made available for an interview before the 10-year plan was dropped, just before 5 p.m. on a Friday.
We don't want anybody to get worried. This is just a consideration based upon the initial data.
It's important to note that this plan is not final, and changes could happen when it's presented to the school board next week. In Milwaukee, Megan Lee, TMJ4
Hey, look, let me
News.
tell y'all something. We both, everybody in the studio saying most of those schools on the list, it's off the north side.
They're all off the north side. Okay?
Wow.
And the school board meeting actually is supposed to be tomorrow at 5:30. But okay, this interim superintendent who don't have the credentials, first of all, let's put that out there, Eduardo, since you couldn't, make a statement.
They're giving them a chance to get it together.
While the schools
Why
are
getting
failing.
the salary, top dog salary?
How do you have a conversation with somebody who don't have the credentials about anything closing? Clearly, he don't have what it takes to even be the interim.
They got the school board. That's why they got the school board there to try to monitor this stuff.
We talking about these 13 schools and what they not telling you, that when these 13 schools, it's been proven that economically, when schools close, the property values of homes go down, okay?
Right.
So we're talking about the north side again, okay, where we barely own homes, but the properties that we do own, the few of us that are homeowners, that's in the proximity of these schools that they're choosing to close, which, again, quote unquote, is on the north side.
Right.
The property values go down, okay, which automatically going to lead to lower property values, which lead to more economic issues. Okay? So let's put that out there.
And the sad part about it is when we talk about our community, we're just, that's why we say we got to be participating, because if the other outskirts, they'll show up to a lot of these meetings,
of course,
and as a whole, to make sure that this don't happen. But most of the schools are on the north side, so what are we saying as a community?
Again, we're saying when we showed up to the board meetings, okay, and you, myself, other individuals, Beverly, Dr. Tamika, like when we showed up, they blocked us out. Okay, they act like they want our participation, but at the end of the day, it's what it is that we seen every time we went to a school board meeting over the last decade. You and I, personally, and when you think about our involvement, every time we showed up to tell them what we wanted, they did what the hell they wanted to do.
Or they had to close meetings when it got hot.
They went into a closed meeting.
Right.
But not only that, Tory, think about when we sat there and watched these teachers, MTEA, okay, the teachers union, who are majority European,
right,
that don't live in the city of Milwaukee, okay,
and their kids don't mostly go to
MPS, right, okay, who are sitting up here making all the decisions. And the parents is showing up and they're using the police to abuse the parents who are there to speak out. And we seen it ourselves.
And to me, this is where I say that I remember they were saying that they didn't want nothing to take over MPS.
Come on.
You know? Now it's imploding from the inside. They got all these things running in the headlines, but we don't know if they got the paperwork done. It's like it's mounting issues with MPS.
Correct.
And then the solution is to take out most of the schools in the black communities.
Absolutely.
Or merge them or do something only affecting the north side of Milwaukee.
Absolutely. And it's always like that. Not the south side. They ain't talking about doing none of that. But there's also an article out here, salute to, the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. MPS plan would use recreation department reserves to fill a budget hole without hiking taxes. So now we was just talking about Bayview and Pulaski and all of the referees and the coaches that's not getting paid. Now you want to take the recreation funds that you ain't even paid the people who done the job, okay? You want to take that money and place it somewhere else. Where the hell is the original money?
Look, let me tell you this. This is where I say that when we had these conversations and we had somebody call in Friday who was a referee.
Absolutely.
And thank God that he gave his testimonial. But now, now that it's out here in the public, see, and this is where when I watch these huge conglomerates like MPS or these administrators, they'll do it. They'll put it out in the news, and they know you're gonna get upset. But then it's like okay, we know you ain't gonna do nothing on the north side, because if we did this on the south side, it'll be a serious uproar. But they'll do it to us. We'll get upset. Then people will go like the recall, like all that stuff with the. What happened with the school board. Like, they know that, okay, it's gonna be, y'all gonna be upset for a little bit, but y'all get used to it.
But my thing is, because even after the recall, you still have individuals like Beverly Williams and Dr. Tamika and the community that's still been going to these meetings, who they've been spending them.
Who have they worked in the system.
Yes, they're still working in the system, but the whistleblowers who then came up and spoke out, are now, again, still being silenced. They're taking their time and they're still going to these meetings, Tory.
But what I'm saying is
happening.
It's the whole community responding the way that needs to happen. Because I'm going to tell you this. When I go out to different outskirts, when I get out to the outskirts and things like that, the one thing, they may not be high functioning in certain areas, but one thing they're going to do, they're going to stand together on what they believe that they deserve. And I think that many times we'll talk about what we believe we deserve, but the efforts have to be there to match that in. So I think that they are not worried about the repercussions, because you can't tell me they didn't see that all of these schools was from the north side. You can't tell me that they didn't, just after all this recalls.
You know they picked it.
You know that they was like, okay, this is the soft spot that we can deal with this. We can deal with these folks.
Yeah, absolutely. But not only that, think about this. When they put out the say yes to MPS, okay, the referendum, even after they knew we had been bamboozled and hoodwinked.
Right.
And you had all of because everybody got a raise. MTEA, all of the
right. They got their money.
These are the individuals who say, do it for the kids because we care about the kids and the kids need this money and we need this for this not to close, for that not to happen, for the children to have what they need. Look what's happening. The closings are still happening.
Right.
You got teachers, coaches, referees, psychologists that are not being paid. You got the whistleblowers they coming up with charges. You got nothing is happening to the administration. Okay, nobody has went to jail. There has been no audit. The people whose property taxes have automatically went up. Now in the black communities where these schools are about to close, we finna lose property value.
And the thing is, and this is why I like to say, when they know who to pick on, because these conversations we having on the air, the strategic planning going to say, okay, we're going to come up against this.
Hey.
So this was already mapped out. They already knew Tory and Liz was going to get on the radio and say, okay, this is going to be some backlash.
Yeah.
But they've already tapered on the idea that, okay, it's going to last for a little bit. And then they're going to go ahead and get it, and they're going to lay down. And so all I'm saying is this is a shot to the community.
It is.
So when they put that out there, they knew what a community it was going to affect and how, and the residents and the homeowners and all of that. So
13
now they saying
schools.
What they basically saying is y'all not going to do nothing about it.
Facts.
That's because they didn't already calculated the risk.
Absolutely, because I just want to know, how did you roll the dice? Did y'all put the schools in a hat?
No,
you understand what I'm saying?
Strategically
they just so happened to be 13
certain schools right
on the north side, and then let's not talk about the regentrification that's also happening on the north side.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like this just
the corporations that's buying the land,
man.
It's a lot going on.
It's a lot going on. This is a plan, okay? So now that you close these schools, it automatically, because a lot of us is upside down in our houses already, especially on the north side, because again, they didn't push through the referendum, even though, you know what I'm saying, they knew that it was set up for it to fail. So the reality of what's happening right now, we're about to lose. We're paying more on property taxes to save the schools. But now that these schools are about to close, the value of our houses is about to go down, and we're about to be upside down inside these houses on the north side to be forced to have to sell. And we already don't own. It's not a lot of black home ownership in the city already.
This is what I don't like. Because to tell you the truth, the plan is to rearrange the north side anyway. Because when I was a kid, they were saying that they want to. This is my word. Suburbanize the north side and ship everybody to the outskirts. Now this has been talked about when I was in school.
Come on.
And now that I'm an adult, I'm seeing the actual idea actually take place where corporations are getting involved, buying up most of the property. Some of the regular citizens are not allowed to obtain some of the abandoned properties or city-owned properties. And then when it comes to economics, people that want to start daycares, your sister, people that want to do, they're talking to these aldermen, and the aldermen are trying to tweak their ideas of what their business plans are.
Not trying.
But these other people outside of black seem to be able to come in and start some of the same businesses that we're being denied or not, or coming up against a lot of roadblocks to actually put in play in our community.
Yes. Like you said, we see it. We see it. You know what I'm saying? Where they done allowed these buildings to dilapidate. Ain't nothing new under the sun. This is a playbook. Okay? When we talk about all of the jobs that's downtown, the people that's working downtown don't even live in the city of Milwaukee. That money is going in the outskirts. When we talk about Midtown,
It's dilapidated.
Every time we spend our money, it's in somebody else's community. And we wonder why Milwaukee not getting better. We got to go. If you want something nice, you got to go to the suburban areas. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, the thing is, I'll say this, who's running our community?
Come on, let's talk about it.
So what I'm saying is, this is what, when we talk about
let's talk about the artist.
Voting,
let's talk about
when
the
we
mayor.
talk about these common council members, the licensing, when we talk about how our community is constructed. Okay, this is a plan.
And it's all black.
Okay, yeah, but this is a plan. This is the way that they designed it.
Absolutely.
And then, a lot of us, when I say we got to be about that action, and we got to make sure, a lot of people think that, okay, I can go up in there and go to these town hall meetings, or they'll have these meetings to discuss.
Yeah.
But then they'll go and do what they want to do anyway because the action is not there.
Facts.
So that's why I always tell people we got to be about that action and let people know that we're not going to play around with them, and they don't have us the way that they think they have us because for so long, it's like a bad relationship. You ain't going nowhere and you ain't finna do nothing. So they keep setting these things back to back. For the last couple of years, I've seen things set in our face on the north side, and they it's like a dare, like they ain't saying it out loud, but you can't tell me that they don't know exactly what they're doing and how strategic planning. They do this strategic planning means. Of course. What I'm saying is, stop looking at what they're doing and say and challenge yourself, because they looking at you like, okay, we could do this to you, but we can't do this to them.
All facts.
So you the weak link. You the weak link.
Correct.
And they not telling you that out loud. They just saying, we gonna do this to y'all, and y'all gonna have to lay down and take it.
That's exactly what they doing. And the sad reality of that is we gonna have to do something about it. Something definitely needs to be done. And like you stated, when they call these town hall meetings, because again, no matter what we say, when we were talking about the referendum, when you have the chief of police coming out and said that they need civic engagement, and you got the mayor saying they want civic engagement, and then in the same heartbeat, take our civic engagement. So we can't tell them what to do with our money. And then life go on as normal. And they know that we're the people. We're the working poor. We're the individuals that's being taxed to the max with no representation at all. They know that we're working 3 temporary jobs with no benefits. They understand, the trajectory of what's going on in our community, and they still try to apply this type of pressure.
Well, I'll say this, Elizabeth Brown. I'll say this, because how did Milwaukee taxes go up, but everybody else benefited from the deal? Okay, so everybody else got money coming in. So all I'm saying is, okay, but like I said, but we got to take some. I think that we as a people, we have to take some of the accountability, because we're allowing it to happen. Absolutely. And they saying you can't now. At this point, we have allowed it to happen so long that now they just gonna steam. Well, I call it steamroll you. No matter how you feel, no matter what side you on, you're not strong enough as a unit to stop what's about to happen. So we're not going to mess with the people that have stronger ideologies as a unit. Correct. We're going to mess with the broken ideas that we have created through social engineering, knowing that, okay, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 people may try to put up a huge fight, but some of these ideas are where the whole community have to get involved in. And that's why they, like what they did out there with Bayview and Pulaski and things like that. They're tampering with communities that are well-to-do sometimes in certain areas where Pulaski and Bayview are. But when they pick 13 schools and it's all on the north side, and they're saying that we're going to readjust this. And then we sit back and say, okay, this is bad, but we don't show up to the meetings. And we let a few people, the 5 people that usually show up, the 5 or 6 or 7, 8 parents that usually try to make a fuss. If we all don't start coming together as a whole,
absolutely,
we're going to continue to get this type of reporting done in our neighborhoods, because, like I said, due to strategic planning, they know that you're going to fizzle out and not going to put up a huge fight.
And those of us that give the most have the least, and we still, again, going to have to show major sacrifice and come together and flip the script, because right now we don't have the power.
Okay, so there's DJ Brother Z. There's a meeting, a board meeting.
At the end of that YouTube video, it says that there's an MPS school board meeting tomorrow at MPS Central Services Building at 5:30.
5:30. Yeah.
Hey, so look, I don't know because we showed up to board meetings and they go in closed
They
still do the things that they want to do. But like I said, we got to let our voices be heard. But I think this is a part of the process. They'll say something, they'll open up the, but. We got to start taking it beyond these meetings.
Absolutely.
And we got to start affecting their pockets. We got to start affecting their livelihoods. And until that starts taking place, I guess this is a part of the process because when they make announcements, they have these board meetings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we got to go beyond the board meeting.
Oh, yeah, we definitely going to have to go beyond the board meeting because clearly the referees and everybody not getting paid, but administration check going into their account faithfully.
Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. This is your Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin Minute.
Reproductive justice is a framework, it's a movement, it's a vision for reproductive freedom, it's a right to have a child, it's a right to not have children, and this next part is really as important as the other parts. It's the right to birth and parent our children with dignity, and the right to live and parent our children in safe and healthy environments. So reproductive justice understands the ability of any person to control their destiny is directly related to the conditions of their communities. It looks at the intersections of discrimination in social, political, and economic systems, and it sheds lights on the barriers that these systems produce. And then we, reproductive justice advocates, fight against the barriers that prevent Black people and other people of color from exercising their rights. That's reproductive justice.
This has been your Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin Minute.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With limited incomes not keeping up with the lingering effects of inflation, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
The Greater Milwaukee Urban League is celebrating 105 years of legacy and impact. The 105th year milestone community engagement campaign is a mission-driven effort to support employment, education, advocacy, and entrepreneurship initiatives. Together, they can continue their impact and legacy. Join them in raising $1.5 million. Text 105 to 41444 to make a secure online donation today. Visit TMUL.org for more information.
So you hear about this Project 2025?
Yeah, man. And if the part I read is like the other 900 pages, we're in real trouble.
What's it say?
They want to make it harder to vote, cut Social Security and Medicare, and even go after small businesses.
They're coming after my business.
Afraid so.
Plan is to take money from businesses like yours to give rich folks more tax breaks.
No.
So y'all gonna use your power and vote.
Of course.
And vote like our lives depend on it. Paid for by NAACP.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Sneim. Green Bay Packers snagged their fourth straight win on Sunday afternoon. Jordan Love exited the game early in the third quarter to a groin injury as Malik Willis orchestrated a game-winning drive to put the team in field goal range for kicker Brandon McManus.
McManus for the second straight week. A Green Bay Packers game-winning field goal.
The 30-27 win, the Packers improving to 6-2 on their season.
Really proud of our guys. Just it wasn't our cleanest game, I would say, but I thought just the ability to find a way to get it done. Ultimately, that's what it's all about.
Next up for the Packers is the Detroit Lions at Lambeau Field on Sunday afternoon. Over to the NBA, where the Milwaukee Bucks fell for the second straight time. This one in Brooklyn to the Nets by a final score of 115-102. They'll get right back at it tonight in Boston. Tip-off for that game is set for 6:30. And lastly, over to baseball, where the World Series will march on tonight, this time in New York. The Dodgers currently leading that series 2-0. Game 3's first pitch set for 7:08. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
You are listening to the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I see dead people.
Hi, Mustard on the beat, Debo, any rap. He a freak though, man down, call her Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro. Nella to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni? Trying to see Compton, the industry can hate me. For Marlon, they mama, how many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton.
Truth Nation, tune into our final Truth on Politics tomorrow from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on The Truth. This will be a great opportunity to find out all you need to know about the local and national elections. They will also examine which presidential candidate will be best for our community. Don't miss The Truth on Politics tomorrow from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. with Dr. Ken Harris, Sherwin Hughes, Tory Lowe, and Jason Fields on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk. Hey, look, Elizabeth Brown, once again, the community, one of our huge issues in the community is education.
Absolutely.
Public schools.
Absolutely.
And for a long time, we've been saying we wanted to change what's going on in MPS.
Yes.
But it's this the change that we want to see. Less schools.
Come on.
People conjoining ideas only on the north side. It's this. I remember they was trying to fight against closing the schools. The takeover, when they tried to do the MPS takeover, where the state, I guess, it was going to be ran by the state.
Yep.
And now we're seeing an implosion where they're not filling out the money. They're not paying none of the people that's out here with the recreation.
That didn't work.
And now, we're continuing to see this collapse from the internal administration.
Yes.
And I'm going to call it like I see it. I mean, I think that it ain't going to be nothing left because
ain't nothing left.
They're misusing the funds.
Correct.
The money that we thought that was going to help the kids.
Come on.
None of that was true.
Come on.
Because, I could go play commercials where they were saying that this is powerful for the kids.
Absolutely.
What about this that's going on is powerful for the kids?
None of it. Matter of fact, the kids are suffering due to it. And like I said, when we talk about the teachers union, MTEA, when we talk about, all of the individuals that stood with Keith Posley when they bamboozled the people to give this money, because the sad reality is, Tory, my property's taxes I still got to pay that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And so at the same time, the only people getting screwed is the people in the community who heartstrings they played on to get this money that they lied to us and said what it was going to be for.
Right.
Because, again, the 300 jobs still was dropped after the money. You understand what I'm saying?
And hold on.
This is the children. We're talking about the futures of the football players of Bayview and Pulaski.
They talking about what's wrong with the black community, but
let's talk about it.
The north side is a liberal Democratic stronghold.
Yeah.
And a lot of y'all don't want to,
admit that
during election time. Oh, we don't want to talk about. We got to sweep that. That's the family secret you don't want to put out there on the table.
Yes.
But this is what's the truth.
Where we're being violated.
We are in a liberal stronghold, a Democratic stronghold. And this is what's going on with the education system on the north side, which is a Democratic liberal community.
Who lied.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Lied to the people.
I'm going to throw that out there.
Hey.
But then they talking about.
Hey.
They trying to get you to look across the street. But they don't want to turn around and see what's up in your house.
Absolutely. You got to know what
that's a trick, too.
Hey.
And that fear-mongering got you looking across the street, but you ain't scared of what's happening in your child's education system. You ain't scared of what's going on. You can't even drive down the street in your own community.
Facts.
So, I guess I was going to say something.
When
but
we talk about, know, the children who have, again, like I said, it's one thing to say, the troubled youth, and what these kids, they don't have time to do anything. Matter of fact, nobody is building anything for these so-called children. We talking about the good children. When we talk about these football teams for Bayview and Pulaski, these are the kids who did everything right.
But what I'm saying is they are failing.
Facts.
On all levels.
Every level.
Not only the kids, they can't even pay the referee.
Who are there for the children.
I'm just saying.
These are the righteous people.
But what I'm saying is, but this been going on for years.
Absolutely.
And now they're extending the neglect.
Yes, they are.
And then they saying, we may not touch the schools on the south side or in the outskirts that's MPS.
It ain't on the paperwork.
But the north side schools, we can touch. We can touch them. Mm-hmm. Because they didn't already eyeballed where they can make these kind of decisions.
Yeah.
And trust me, when they made the decision to put these schools out here, they knew it was going to be a little kickback. But you know what? When they thought that they was going to touch a school on the south side, somebody's like, no. Somebody that work in there that works on the south, they weren't going to let that happen to their community because the majority of people that's calling the shots is don't look like me.
Hey.
The majority of the teachers and all of that in MPS.
In the finance department.
Hey, they don't look like us.
Absolutely don't.
So what I'm saying is they knew to keep it in the middle, so that's where the attack is.
Absolutely.
The attack is in the heart of the black community.
It is.
And so the test scores already failing. The test scores already been the worst.
Suspensions.
So now
the worst for
they
black
gonna say,
children.
let's squeeze it all together so we can have the resources to deal with what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And some people gonna bite on that hook, like somebody that dropped a fishing rod right in the ocean. They always do that.
Hey, the sad reality, everything you said is absolutely true. And at the end of the day, like I said, when we talk about these children, when we talk about the school to prison pipeline, these are children, again, that did it right. How are we going to stand in our children's face and tell them that they supposed to do this and they supposed to do that? All of these football players who now don't have the footage for college recruits to go somewhere else. This is after the pandemic when they were unable to. Where are those children at? Okay, so
we don't even know what happened to those kids during COVID-19. Where was they able to move on? We don't even know. We don't even know. Look, we didn't moved on. We need to do a documentary.
Facts. Surviving
on where those seniors, juniors, and seniors during the pandemic that were in athletics, that played athletics their whole life. Where did they end up?
Come on.
Because their counterparts kept playing.
That part
kept going and had the opportunity to move forward. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So we didn't just blank that out.
Yeah. It's forgotten.
Hey.
It's forgotten.
Look, when we come back, we're going to have more discussion. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app and 1017thetruth.com.
The Greater Milwaukee Urban League's 39th annual Black and White Ball is Saturday, November 2nd, and we want you to join us in the celebration. Tune in to 1017 The Truth's Black and White Ball After Party, hosted by me, Dr. Ken Harris, from 10 to 11 p.m. on Saturday, November 2nd. Come join us. So make sure you get in on all the fun by tuning in to the Black and White Ball After Party show, Saturday, November 2nd, 10 to 11 on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Sometimes it takes a breakdown to have a breakthrough. And at Vin Baker Recovery, they understand the power of having real support while you're on that journey to recovery. This is why at Vin Baker Recovery, they customize treatment plans specific for your needs. Vin Baker Recovery provides our community and anyone looking for help with access to mental health care and recovery support, helping you treat addiction. So whether opioid abuse, alcohol, or other controlled substances, Vin Baker Recovery helps you get back to the lifestyle that you know will be the best option for your future. Vin Baker Recovery offers licensed counseling and therapy services to curb the mental health problems that have been impacting our communities for far too long. They provide services like medication-assisted treatment, outpatient care, and hub and spoke services with peer support. So what are you waiting for? Vin Baker Recovery accepts walk-ins and appointments. It's just that easy. Just visit VinBakerRecovery.com. That's VinBakerRecovery.com. They're here to help you win the day.
All insurance companies, they want to know where are your cars housed. Right. They want to know how far are you driving to get to and from work every day. They want to know all these different things for weather patterns. Are you living in northern Wisconsin or are you living down in Tornado Alley somewhere in Kentucky? These things make a difference as to how your insurance rates are formed. I need you to be factual, and every single time somebody commits these different frauds, it all adds up and everybody ends up paying the price for it down the road.
Erie Insurance, providing the protection you need and the service you expect, all at a great price. Make Milwaukee work for you. 1MKE provides easy-to-use information on local, state, and federal programs that can save you money and improve your well-being. Discover events you can attend to get involved in your community and find nonpartisan resources to help you make your voting plan for the upcoming election. 1MKE envisions a future where every Milwaukee resident understands how being civically engaged can help us create a healthier, stronger city. Because together, we are one Milwaukee. Learn more at 1mke.org.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Everybody ain't your partner.
Why the f*** these niggas wanna go against the grain? Yeah. Why the f*** these niggas wanna drag it in the name? True story. I know some niggas who hurt me, they hurt me. A couple bitches who hurt me, they hurt me. The jury don't want me to make it. The DA, I know that he working. Oh, he working. Prosecutors wanna help me. What? I'm hoping they don't do me dirty. It's 40, I got the 30. Shoot on go, he shoot perfect.
I keep 100 on me. After what they done to bleed.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Elizabeth Brown in studio.
Hey, yo.
We got a lot going on.
We do, as always.
And, you know, at the top of the hour, I'm going to open up the lines for Truth Nation to get involved in the conversation. But just to see, you know, where we are in 2024 and as far as education, because education is one of the huge issues that I don't hear being talked about other than they're going to subtract or school choice or things like that, or, you know,
give us some more money,
or asking for more money and things like that. But Milwaukee leads the country in the worst test scores when it comes to our children. And then you see the adults mismanaging the educational system, but yet we're putting a lot of pressure on the children when the adults seem like they are not as smart or not able to fill out the paperwork for those kids that are trying to do well.
Correct.
And so we got this hodgepodge depending on what you're looking at or what angle you're looking at. You can talk about 7 or 8 different things when it comes in the last couple months when it comes to MPS. But what do we do as a community when we see all of this going on? I always say, I don't want to write on a crumbled sheet of paper.
Right.
I would never turn in if I wanted to start over, I want a clean slate.
Come on.
But see, the thing is, the clean slate has to come with emptying out the administration, emptying out the people that's actually doing, calling the shots.
Yes,
but see, this is where it starts. It doesn't start with handling the people a certain kind of way with the same administration that got it all messed up.
That part.
You got to start, when you talk about direction, you got to get people that's more forward direction thinking, that understands actually how to manage. You know, you got to clear that problem up.
Yeah, remove the cancer.
Hey, I don't see it happening.
It's not.
So we're going to continue, no matter what they do, to get the same
especially
outcomes.
When you got the same board that allowed the malfeasance to go on in the first place, and then they pick the interim who don't have the credentials that he need. you know what I'm saying, to even be in the seat.
But is he just the face of a larger understanding of we're going to keep this like this?
Clearly,
we're going to satisfy the high blood pressure by giving you a temporary solution by moving people around. But yet the same activity is going to happen, and we got paid, and we got more money on top of it.
Absolutely.
So that's what it's looking like to me.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Hey, look, I'm going to tell you right now, Elizabeth Brown, like, as we talk about 2024 and we talk about these presidential elections, but we're neglecting the community. And I'll say this, when we're dealing with these type of things, because I had to go into the schools and deal with the parents calling me, dealing with the situations in the schools, and it's amazingly horrible to watch.
It is.
These young kids go through the turmoil, and then all of a sudden, now they're saying, okay, these kids are acting out, or these kids are doing this X, Y, and Z, but now you got situations where the good kids can't get.
Come on.
So what's happening?
What are we doing?
So
what the hell is we doing?
That's all I'm saying.
Because again, we're talking about good children now. You know, everybody talking about, these badass kids, and, these are the good kids, okay, who can't play due to the failures of the adults, the administration. Mm-hmm. These are the kids that fought hard to keep their grade point average up, went to practice, not only showed out on the field, they showed out in the classroom, and now they don't have nothing to look forward to. What the hell are we doing?
Like I said, it's going to come a time where the North Side is going to have to say, we got to regroup, rethink, and reshape. Clear the page.
That time is now.
Clear the page. And I'm going to tell you, they ran off a lot of good people.
They did.
They don't. If you're not in with the clique or in with the buddy system or if you ain't taking no oaths or nothing like that, you're not going to move in those spaces because they operate a certain way. They've been operating this way for so long that the right people who want to do the work get the stress. They see them coming and they deflect them. Yep. They know to deflect the ones that will really make a change and really make them work for change. So they got to continue to sell you on the hope.
Correct.
And the deception of things will get better with the same leadership that made it worse. And this is the crazy part about it. They know that you're not going to, when I say I'm going to do something to the North Side, that's the weakest link in the chain.
It sure is.
So when you hear conversations where they're doing things that you don't agree with, they know that that's about as far as it's going to go, that you're just not going to agree with it, but you're going to lay down and just let it happen. Yeah.
Exactly. Absolutely. And that's sad. Yeah. It's a new day, though, you know. But everything you said, sadly, is truthful. And like I said, if this is happening to good children, what's the benefit of your children continuing to be good if they get the same treatment? You know what I'm saying? Like, as an adult, as the adults, as the overseers, quote unquote, as the individuals that's so educated, because again, when we talk about the administration, when we talk about the teachers union, these are the individuals that's quote unquote educated.
Well, at least according to the 100 cities with the educated people, we ranked on the bottom when it comes to that's why there's a lot of mismanagement going on.
Right.
All right, look, Truth Nation, when we come back, we're going to open up the lines, Truth Nation. If you want to join the conversation, 833-212-1017. Talk to text 833-212-1017, or join us in the chat as we broadcast live on YouTube. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Calling all big thinkers. The world's climate is changing. These aren't new facts, but it means we must think in new ways about how we can live, prosper, and provide energy for our world while protecting our planet. Engineers are answering the call to create cleaner, safer, reliable energy. Solar power, harnessing the power of the sun to light all corners of the globe. Wind power, channeling a simple breeze to bring electricity to our homes. Hydropower, using the natural flow of water to generate electricity. Nuclear power, engineering advanced reactors that are safer, more reliable, and produce zero carbon emissions. Engineers are leading the way and empowering the next generation generation. Engineers answer the call. Brought to you by the National Academy of Engineering. Learn more at nae.edu.
You said you'd never buy your kid candy from the checkout aisle. Or forget extra diapers. And never give in to a meltdown. You'd never lick your thumb to clean their face. Never let them have too much screen time. And never bribe them for just one more bite. You say you'd never let them out in public without their hair brushed. Never, ever become a minivan mom. And you'd never give them your phone for a quiet dinner.
Calling boss work phone.
So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, no, it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with Associated Bank. Your money works here. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee. A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. Stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. We ready. Seven The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Hey, thank y'all for tapping in for the third hour of the Tory Lowe Show. We got the queen, the advocate, the author Elizabeth Brown in studio.
Hey, yo.
And we got the GM.
Yeah. Hey.
The general manager, Cherie Harris, in studio.
Just caught me in the break room. I was just minding my business.
Hey, look, I always enjoy. I always enjoy having you when you do come on. You always, you always been a great leader for us right here at The Truth. You've always kept us in the know. But
I appreciate that. I do.
And we've been with you on your journey with cancer.
Yes.
For the last couple years, and you've thrived through.
Beat it up.
I know,
Yes,
right?
you did.
I remember talking to Liz at the Tory Lowe community cleanup was a couple years ago, and you was just like, "Sis, you're gonna be all right. You're gonna make it." And then you were sending me text messages and remedies. Yeah. I'll follow through on those.
And you look absolutely beautiful.
Marvelous. Just marvelous.
Hey, the comeback. Hey. I told you, like, the strength that you have, and your willing when you said, I'm gonna fight.
Yeah.
You spoke to every DNA particle in your body, and guess what? Look
I'm
at
here.
us. Yes.
Thank you.
Salute to you. Salute to your husband and your children, because again,
The
that
support
plays a
team.
major part of your recovery.
And we love you. And the thing
Absolutely.
is, I've gotten to know you over the last 4 years. And to know, we had somebody fighting, on our behalf, making sure that, everything that we were doing at The Truth was on the up and up. And you've been amazing to know. And we've, had to do a lot of things being a part of the Truth family, but also just family, just getting to know you as a person. It's just been amazing, during this journey, on my radio journey. And you blessed me with the opportunity to say, hey, look, Tory, just
He's
say,
like, is this for real?
Yeah.
Are we doing this for real?
A lot of people don't know. I didn't think it was real. Yeah, a lot of.
You thought it was a cat.
I thought it was.
What's going on?
Right.
It's powerful. I was like, yes, it's for real.
It's
We're doing this
happening.
thing. We're doing it.
But 4 years, then went by quick.
I know it did.
It went by so fast.
A lot has happened in the 4 years. And so Tory caught me in the break room because we were just, talking smack as we normally do. What's up, Queen? I was like, what's up, Tory? How you doing? And, so as some of you may have learned, November 1st is going to be my last day with The Truth, physically here.
Oh, wow.
And I will be helping on the back end.
Right.
And so 4 years as we built this station.
Right.
We built it during COVID on a computer.
Yes.
Interviewing
You came up with the
everybody.
logo.
Man, we came up with the logo.
Right.
And so, and I remember when we came up with the logo, and Kyle had this idea to have the fist in the logo. And I was like, yes, we should have that fist in the logo busting through the ceiling, because we're busting through this glass. We're not going to be kept under this microscope,
Put in a box, right.
Put in a box. And that logo spoke volumes. And we had the meetings of the minds as we were starting the station. And it's been incredible.
The right side of history.
Right.
It's powerful.
And I've always said, every day at The Truth, we are making history.
Yes.
Right.
Every single day.
Absolutely.
Whether we're just talking politics, where we're talking pop culture, we are making history. People are looking at us. I said, you're going to be watched. In that first week, we turn on the mic, and here's Tory. I don't know about the shot. Hey, I ain't saying you ain't got to take it. But I ain't taking it. I ain't taking the shot. I was like, oh, Lord Jesus.
Here we go. She had to. I had to come in the office. She was like, Tory, it's a lot going on, and I was like, yeah. I thought that was my last day. I didn't even sit down. I stood up. I was ready to go. I wasn't taking that thing. You know what I mean?
No, I was like, speak your truth. I mean, it's not for everybody. And I got letters. I got emails. I mean, there was articles written.
But now look what's happening.
It's my first week. What's going on? I got a phone call. Y'all Democrat over there. We need a Republican sign. That's like, sir, it is January 5th. We just literally turned on the mic.
Right.
How do you know this? And I mean, people have been listening since day one.
Right.
And I was like, well, I'll take it. I'll take it all in.
And you did.
Yeah, fact. But
And thank you.
But see, the cool thing about it is we've been on a lot of great adventures as well. Like, we've been to the White House.
Yes.
We've gotten awards, national awards, recognized. The WBAs has just been amazing for the Truth team.
Yes.
And it was started out as a thought, but did you ever think that it would be what it is right now?
Yes, I did. Because when you put your all into something, it's going to be is going to match that energy. It's going to match what you hope for. And I don't think little. I think very big.
Right.
And I'm very optimistic.
Yes.
And one thing I pride myself on is my team.
Come on.
Everybody has a gift. Everybody has a talent.
Right.
And it shouldn't be handcuffed. It shouldn't be hidden.
Come on.
And everybody has an ability to do better than where they were. And I just pour myself into you all because you're not just doing this thing, the truth on the mic. The truth is the community.
Beyond the mic,
It's like the impact that has been made by everybody on the truth has been very significant. Whether you're directly involved or indirectly involved, it has changed somebody's life, somebody's perspective about who we are as a community, who we are as people, who we are as family, who we are as servants. That was my goal. I mean, it was my dream to be on radio. I was doing the radio at UW Whitewater Go On High, and I was doing this little like community show for my intern, and I had fun with it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like trying to be a little DJ, Club 91, 91.7. Okay, I gotta stop. But someone took a chance on me back then. And I remember it was Rob. So somebody took a chance on me at school. I was like, can I just come in and just sit on a show? And that's how it started. And that's how I've always been. And I wanted to take a chance on everybody else here. And you took a chance on yourself.
Right.
That's all I asked for.
Right.
Yeah, it was great.
I remember I was like, you sure? Can I say this? Because I'm an advocate. You letting the advocate on the radio at this point, and you was like, you know what, Tory, tell your truth, speak what you see, and the rest will take care of itself.
Yeah.
And everything you said to me that day came true. Like you said, like don't worry about it. Like just don't worry about it, because I was always holding back at first.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like
skeptical.
I was real skeptical.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't tell nobody. But my first couple of months on the air, I was like, is this true? Because a lot of our black media was put in a box.
Yep, scripted.
Well, I could say we broke that box. We tore that frame down.
I think we broke that box for a couple weeks.
Yes.
I think we broke it with Liz at Bootlicker. Yeah. And I was heading out of town.
Oh, wow.
And I was with my husband, Derek, and I said, what she say? What?
Bootlicker.
I was on my phone like, Carl. I said, it's about to close up. Well, we tried it.
Damn.
Well, here we go.
That was a lot, but the journey has been amazing.
It's been a hell of a ride.
The community is responding in a way where, they appreciate what we're doing all day.
Yes.
I mean, and a lot of people don't understand the dynamics of the truth. We're like one of the only black talk stations that's running the way we're running. And
right, 11 hours of live talk, 7 a to 6 p. Monday through Friday, without syndication, without music interruption.
Right.
Like we're the only station in the nation that's done it. And I did the research before we started the station. And with the help of the team, with help with Wex, who was here in the beginning, with Craig Carmazan, our CEO, who had founded The Truth and had that concept and let us build on it. I did the research. And I'm like, we need unsung heroes on the station to project our points of view, not the same people that you hear all the time.
Right.
Those unspoken heroes like the Tory, like the Sherwins, like Dr. Ken, and like Melanie Ricks, all the people that we started. And it's amazing, for 4 years, we're still here.
That's
the
powerful.
Same people.
Yeah.
We lost some great people along the way, maybe a couple, but we're still here, standing strong. And so I'm very proud of that. And if November 1st will be my last day. It's not the last you hear of me, but
see, this is what I'm saying. See, this is the part. And you know why I called her in there on the show? Because I went out there on break, and she was out there talking about, make sure you get that velvet cake. And it took me 2 seconds. I said, I may not want that velvet cake. That velvet cake mean this is your last time I'm gonna see you.
Yeah. Well,
in the studio.
In the studio, probably. Yeah.
But see, and I'm a big person on loyalty and how people make changes, and I understand life gets to life, but at the same time, when you have great people to start a journey and to walk you through certain things, that because we don't know everything, you know what I mean?
Right.
So you were there to walk us through if we had any questions or the situations that we had to deal with internal, and so that's a huge.
It's not easy.
That's a huge loss when it comes to dealing with a group of people that were so close knit.
Yeah.
So,
but the world is about to gain something amazing. I can't wait to see what you do next.
Thank you.
Because I know, like, even before the truth, you know, the things that you was doing. You always, I mean, the Black Girl Magic is just something else, you know?
Thank you.
Like, but I'm looking forward to what it is that you do on the opposing side and just for you to understand, like, this is a book in history that your grandchildren gonna read about, you know? And just your fight. Not only did you make this great jump, but you beat cancer at the same damn time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. That's absolutely amazing. And only a Black woman can. Like, so thank you for everything that you've done.
Man.
Again, I look forward to what the future's going to bring you and your husband and your children. And I just want to thank you for being who you are.
Yeah.
Powerful.
Thank you. I appreciate everybody here. I appreciate Truth
Anything
fans.
else? Yeah, I'm going to say anything. What you want Truth Nation to know?
I'm letting y'all know they are the heartbeat, okay?
Yes.
You have to appreciate the fans because I told you, Tory, when we started this station, that is credibility.
Right.
And Milwaukee will let you know if you're not credible.
Right.
It will let you know if you fake, that you show up and show out. And when we got embraced that Juneteenth, you know, after COVID, and that was the first festival, and see those fans in front of the stand, in front of our tent like that was heartwarming for me.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, here we go. It's just bigger than us. And
the cleanups,
everything.
The family fest.
The family fest, and even being part of my cancer journey. And I just hope and pray that I help someone along the way. And just being able to speak freely about it, and people just coming up to me like, "Hey, I heard about you. How you doing? How you feeling?" That's been great. So no, thank you, everybody here. Thank you, everybody out there. Thank you, Good Karma Brands, for giving me the opportunity. I couldn't ask for a better opportunity. And, you know, hey, we got to keep thriving through.
That part.
We got to just keep doing it. It ain't over.
Hey, look, I appreciate you.
We outside. We
from the bottom of my heart, you know, I appreciate you for your assistance on our journey. Everybody, I speak for everybody here at The Truth. You've been an amazing GM.
Thank you. Thank you, Zach.
Salute.
Thank you.
All right. Look, Truth Nation, when we come back, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Friday Night Lights officially lives here. 1017 The Truth is the proud home of Marquette University High School Championship football. Be sure to tune in every Friday night at 7 p.m. as we bring you some of the best gridiron action in the area. Marquette Hilltoppers football is presented by Gruber Law Offices and sponsored by Capital Insurance Agency, Magic Productions, Annex Wealth Management, C.G. Schmidt, Left's Lucky Town, Boyle Frederickson Intellectual Property Law, and Marquette University High School.
From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after, an in-depth recap of every Bucks game in 6 minutes. No more, no less. Bucks in 6 provides game recaps for every game. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis.
Puts it on the floor, spins down the lane, and plunges it through.
Or the deep threes from Dame.
Dame time has arrived with 107.
Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. Find it now on bucks.com/plus or on Spotify, Apple, and wherever you get your podcasts.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With limited incomes not keeping up with the lingering effects of inflation, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org. AmericanFamilyInsuranceCompany.org.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that American Family Insurance agents can help build a customized renter's policy so you can protect stuff like this, or this, or even this. Oh, well, case in point. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as one business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They treated me like family.
They're actually people that you can depend on.
They made me feel seen. They really treated me like I was a part of their family, a part of their team.
They ask how you're doing, how you're feeling.
They're just so welcoming and so sweet and kind.
It's like family, caring about another member of the family.
If you've been injured, it costs you nothing to see if Gruber Law Offices can help.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize your neighborhood.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z getting spooky on the mix. On the ones and twos.
Yeah.
It's Halloween coming up, I guess. It's getting spooky in the studio. But I could be at a party with DJ Brother Z DJing.
Man.
With a costume on.
Hey, DJ Brother Z had it turned all the way up.
That's what I'm talking about.
The celebrity game was lit.
Oh, wow. Oh, DJ Brother Z is just first class all the way. If y'all want to join the conversation today, 833-212-1017. Talk to text 833-212-1017. We're going to open up the lines, Truth Nation. We're going to head to the lines. Brian, you're on the new 1017 The Truth. Tap in.
How you doing, Tory and Liz? Love your show.
King.
Blessings, Brother Brian.
I want to speak on that Department of Education. Well, I should call it the Department of Miseducation.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Schools don't get funded from the Department of Miseducation. That's more of a department that government officials give to people to reward them for their loyalty. I have never seen, throughout my course of education, throughout my grandkids and my children's course of education, anybody from the Department of Education coming to speak at any of their schools, at any assembly events or anything. I've never seen a Department of Education official go to a school board and hand out a check to fund children.
Sure.
So when you have people that talk about, oh, he's going to get rid of the Department of Miseducation, it's going to be a bad thing. Well, look at your education now. You were raised on an 8th grade reading level for the past 40-some years, and you've had the Department of Miseducation. So what has it actually done for you? Nothing, but make you have a dysfunctional society such as you have now. The Department of Education, as far as I can tell, promotes agendas. Stand hand in hand with certain social changes as far as agendas. The Department of Education has very little to do with actually educating children for things they need to learn to be successful economically in their future. So if you get rid of some of these shell corporations, which is basically what a Department of Education is, I think that would be a good thing, a good turn in the right direction.
Okay.
Most people that are successful because of their parental upbringing. That's got nothing to do with the Department of Education. It's parental upbringing, period.
All right. Hey, look, like I said, I mean, some got to shake. But like I said, when we talk about the community and the public education system, this is why I say we have to whirlwind it. The people have to demand from ourselves a level of activity when it comes to education as a group.
Yes.
And then they won't be able to try to shuck and jive or dangle the carrot because we're all totally involved and we're all engulfed in the future, which is through education and what we want our children to be educated, you know, how we want them to be educated.
And the powerful thing that's coming out of this is the fact that, again, those that get paid the money ain't doing no damn work, and the people that's doing the work not getting paid. And no matter how much money we have given MPS, they have failed. So clearly the dollars didn't make no sense. That's the sad part, you know. And we still stuck with the bill while they telling us to secure the bag. Our bag is empty.
Right.
And our children are suffering.
Hey, look, we got MZ on the lines. MZ, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
How you all doing? It's always been a setup in our community for education. And like the last caller said, we as parents, we have to figure it out. We have to know what is out there for our children, for them to have further knowledge of how to get to where they're going in the future. We have to be their guide. We have to be in the know of what to do for them. We have to be their thinkers, you know, because they don't know. We have to do the research. We have to be the ones that investigate, look into, and be able to define what curriculums and activities and things that they need for success. Because it's always been that we had to, you know, kind of like dig in the barrel or scrap around or, you know, just figure out things. Even when I was coming up, you know, I had to figure it out as well, find different types of programs and things that I needed to achieve in. So, yeah, that's what it is. We, as adults, we have to, you know, be the motivators, be the aggressive ones, because a lot of times, as we can see, they're not going to initiate too much of anything in the black community. And when COVID was going on, the white kids were still in school.
Come on.
They weren't deprived, you know, from continuing their education and dealing with sports in different counties. So we've always been neglected. All right?
Hey.
Salute, Queen. Yes.
Salute. Thank you for tapping in. And the thing is, this is something that didn't just happen yesterday.
Definitely.
We've always had to fight to read and write.
Absolutely.
You know, for hundreds of years.
Yes.
And so when you see that the test scores are low in the black community, this still fits the original ideas
criteria.
of people not learning how to read and write and the ignorance and to play them off the ignorance. And I tell people, like, we have to be the ones, the catalysts, to really change any dynamic for us.
Yes.
Like, there's nobody who's going to actually do it.
Never have.
And so the village is the one that dictates, really, the power is in the village.
Absolutely.
But when your village gives the power to the titles, the people to the mission statement, or we give things to the social engineering, these organizations that have been socially engineered to keep the black family broken, what do you think is going to happen if they're the ones that's controlling that same idea that have broken the communities? Now they're trying to educate the community. So they're going to keep everything on our side, because the plan is to keep us divided, broken, and vibrating low. I'm talking about with the music, with the education, with the jobs, keep us underpaid, keep us in a space where we can be under control in America. So I love the concept of Black Wall Street because they show that when we come together, what it can look like.
Oh, absolutely.
And they're going to fight to break it up, but we have examples throughout history where we come together and we change the dynamics. And they're never going to change the dynamics. Matter of fact, when we start getting it together, they start running freeways through the community.
Absolutely.
So these are some of the same ideas and agencies that have been doing this for years. They're just reformatting it.
Yes.
So until we actually see and look at us for the better outcome, that's when we're going to see the better
And that's
outcome.
where the history comes in, because even with the Black Wall Street, they didn't tell us that they burned it down and we built it right back up in a matter of months when we got what we need to get together. But what's happening right now, I think, us being put under this telescope, because again, to say that we're the most educated and the least employed, and we're the most educated and our children are the most uneducated, that we're leading while they asking us for money. Our children are the most to be suspended. They're the most to wind up, in the prison pipeline. Again, it's not adding up. And so now that we're seeing it's not adding up, it's time for us, again, to make those adjustments, the needed adjustments, without them, spinning us with, oh, well, y'all the most educated and, this is the first Black whatever, because, again, no matter what everybody said it was, look at the state that we're in right now.
And the sad part about it is, long as we're looking at somebody else,
come on,
we're going to continue to get more of what we've been getting.
Absolutely.
And so that's why I go and do a lot of things on my own. And I opened up the box because, like I said, during my journey over the last 15 years, I noticed that our information was given to us in a box.
Yes.
And that we were fear-mongered to, and we were given low-level resources.
Correct.
And we were content with that, But then when you start looking at all the statistics that's coming out about Milwaukee, how we're leading in some of the worst ideas when it comes to the Black community, you understand that we are already enslaved already.
Facts.
Like, a lot of people saying, oh, what's going to happen in the future? No, it's going on right now.
From the chains
and they got you looking across the street when they don't want you to see what's going on in your house. And I refer to domestic or a certain type of bad relationship where the person who's abusing you got you looking across the street scared of the outside, but the damage is being done on the inside. Like part. MPS, they had you looking on the outside, but now it seems to be imploding on the inside.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is that's the game, that's the trick to keep you following the carrot, dangling hope in front of your face.
Absolutely.
But then you don't turn around and see what's going on right in your own backyard. And the children are failing. The community is being gentrified. All of you being taxed, even though they know that we're in the worst communities to be Black. That's on record.
Yes.
So all I'm saying is, when do we start reevaluating the strategy instead of giving them one more chance? Like Biggie, give me one more chance.
Right.
Okay, well, they keep coming around. They keep partying with you. They keep laughing in your face, and then when you turn around and see your education system, when you turn around and see your neighborhoods, you can't buy no house, you blame it. They got you looking at the people across the street that you don't even go and invest in. You haven't even invested in those people.
Then they
you haven't even been a part of nothing that's going on across the street, but where you spent the majority of your time is on fire. And so they don't want you to look at the fire that's behind you.
No.
They want you to look across the street and say, well, them people ain't doing nothing for you.
It ain't about.
Well, I'm not even over there.
Facts.
I don't even go across the street.
Facts.
And that's the trick. And as soon as you remove those blinders off of you, that's when change gonna come.
Absolutely.
That's exactly when change gonna come.
Absolutely. Because we're being savaged, by the same individuals who telling you to look across the street. No, everything is good. Your eyes is lying to you. You waking up every day, you're not being taxed to the max. No, you're living good, and you got the first Black whatever. Again, all the Black leadership that we have, and we in the worst predicament we've ever been in. The math ain't mathing.
Well, I'll tell you this, for a long time, when I was coming up, they had me looking at Chicago when it came to homicides and murders and how bad Chicago was. But then I got older. See, they got us looking across the street, but then we come to find out Milwaukee is ranked higher.
Come on.
In crime and homicide and violence per capita per 100,000.
Come on.
Then Chicago.
Absolutely.
I told somebody the other day, I said, Chicago got 4 million people.
Right.
And Milwaukee is not even a million.
Come on.
Not even a million.
Come on.
I'm talking about on the population
correct.
side. You know, if you add the suburbs, we're going to hit 1 million.
Right.
But if you're talking about just Milwaukee, the way what's on the population side, it's not even at 600. That population side ain't even at 600.
No more.
So what I'm saying is, they got you looking down at Chicago like Chirac, but they ain't letting you see what's going on in Milwaukee. And now I was looking at a thing the other day, and I saw that Milwaukee was considered one of the most deadliest cities in the United States.
Top 10.
In the top 10. So what I'm saying is they want you to look down the block so you don't see what's going on.
But the chief and the mayor said, what?
Hey, they said that it's getting better.
It's getting better.
But what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that to say that we can't do anything about it.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying that if you don't realize what's going on, how can you do something about it?
You can't.
If you don't actually see what's going on.
Yeah.
Then how do you fight against it if you think everything is cool, if you being buddy-buddy?
You're not going to fight against it. It's just like being addicted to some type of drug. Until you admit that you are addict, nothing else is going to happen. That's the first step, to admit that something is wrong and that you're ready to look at what has taken place so you can start making the changes and no longer making excuses. So the bottom line is they're going to continue to mislead you to believe that all is well, because if you believe in that all is well, you're not going to stop, you're not going to think, and you're not going to do anything about it.
And that's when change starts, when you say, okay,
absolutely,
this is where we at, this is what we got to do.
Period.
And you're going to make the adjustments naturally.
Yes.
But the trick is to get you to believe that it's not
happening.
So that's when your body and your mind don't make the adjustments.
Absolutely.
And I was looking at something because somebody sent me a text, and they was like, I was just listening to a show because Milwaukee is heavy on these elections because, you know, we're a Democratic stronghold. And somebody was like, they was watching something on TV where they said Milwaukee is one of the most dangerous cities in the United States.
Absolutely.
And I went and looked it up, and, you know, because I knew it was, but then I said, let me go and just type it in because they talking about Milwaukee right now, and they saying it was a list of leading cities with the largest number of violent crimes per 100,000 residents in the United States, and this is according to a statistic that they took in 2022.
Right.
And so Milwaukee was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the list.
See.
So what I'm saying is, but you don't see Chicago on here.
But when
you don't see New York on here, you don't see like none of the big cities. You don't even see California. Well, you do see somebody from California. You see Oakland, California, just ahead of Milwaukee.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, they got you looking all the other places.
Yeah.
But then I know people that's scared to go outside. So even though you may not understand where you living and what's going on, you feel the impact of the negativity that's going on in the community.
When you see other, you know, because remember I was telling you that I was talking to some officers when I went out of town, and they was telling me, like, you know, they get their training from tapes and stuff like that from the city of Milwaukee, you know. So they'll have you believing that it's, you know, everything is good, but people are being trained off of the city of Milwaukee. I remember Mad Dog Morella said, you know, we're being watched.
Right.
Like, we got to put on.
At one of those meetings.
Exactly. And he was absolutely right. Milwaukee is definitely under a spotlight and always have been.
Well, look, we're going to take a call. Pat? Oh, we got to go to break. When we come back, we got Pat on the lines. We got Eddie on the lines. We're going to try to get to Eddie, Pat. We're going to got some talk to text. We got some chat. We're going to try to get to it all when we get back. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app at 1017thetruth.com.
CBS Mondays. Grab your gear and head out with the team. NCIS.
We got less than 24 hours. Keep digging.
Followed by the new series NCIS Origins, starring Austin Stoll.
We're gonna get the guy who did this.
A new NCIS, followed by NCIS Origins. CBS tonight, 9/8 Central on CBS.
The CBS 58 News at 10 with Natalie Shepard.
I think if you watch the other stations, you might think nothing good ever happens in Milwaukee, and we know that's just not true.
And Jessup Riceback.
We do find solutions to some issues in our communities.
We are focused on finding stories that are impactful, and I think that's something that really sets our newscasts apart.
It is an honor to sit in those chairs on that desk and help tell those stories.
Jessup and Natalie. Weeknights at 10 on CBS 58, your hometown station.
This is Barack Obama. Wisconsin jobs, affordable health care and medication, personal freedoms. That's what Democrats are fighting for. And that's what my friend Tammy Baldwin is fighting for. She's working to protect Social Security and Medicare and defend a woman's right to choose. And she knows how to make a difference. Just look at the Affordable Care Act. Tammy wrote the provision that allowed children to stay on their parents' health care plan until they're 26. Because she knows firsthand how important those protections are for Wisconsin families. If extreme Republicans get their way, they'll overturn the Affordable Care Act and strip away coverage for millions of people. We can't let that happen, Wisconsin. Tammy Baldwin is in a tough race this year, and she needs our help. So tell your friends and family that we need Tammy Baldwin in the Senate. Go to iwillvote.com and make a plan today.
I'm Tammy Baldwin running for Senate, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Tammy Baldwin for Senate.
Every accomplishment starts somewhere. For University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee student Nick Birschbach, it was connections to internships that led to a job at GE Healthcare. For master's student Brendan Neihart, it started with a meet and greet at UWM School of Freshwater Sciences. Now, he's a field engineer at WaterTech of America. And for Yasmin Cruz, studying abroad led to a job teaching English in Spain. The path to success goes many places. It starts at UWM.
Registration is now open for Greater Milwaukee Urban League's Microsoft Certification Course. Classes start Monday, November 11th, 2024 through Friday, January 10th, 2025. Join them Mondays and Wednesdays from 9:30 a to 11:30 a with practice times available on Fridays from 9:30 a to 11:30 a. Earn your Microsoft certificate in PowerPoint, Word, and Excel, all with an in-person instructor. Work at your own pace and add new skills to your resume. For more information, visit tmul.org. Hurry, space is limited.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat, brought to you by Lowe's. Rapper Jadakiss has a line of coffees called Kiss Cafe Coffee, and he's working on the brand with his family. His father and son are both involved. Jadakiss says that entering the coffee space with his family gives him an opportunity to defy some stereotypes.
Rappers get stereotyped or put in a box. They mostly do liquor brands or, different endorsements like that. Like my dad likes to say, I have skin in the game as far as coffee goes.
Jadakiss speaking to Bloomberg alongside his father, Bob Phillips, who talked about his extensive coffee background.
I worked for some of the largest coffee players in the country. I was employed by General Foods, Maxwell House. A lot of years is where I got my start.
The Phillips family has big plans for the brand. They want to expand their line of coffee to include some more premium blends. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
You are listening to the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
At Milwaukee College Prep, they believe that every child deserves a chance to reach their full potential. Unfortunately, in Milwaukee, this is not always the case. Research shows educational opportunity gap between black and white students is twice the national average. This is why Milwaukee College Prep is committed to eliminating this gap. In fact, MCP scholars tested average or proficient at a rate nearly 8 times higher than the other predominantly black schools in Milwaukee. Provide your student with the best educational opportunity by visiting MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com. College bound, character strong. Hey, Elizabeth Brown. Hey, another powerful conversation.
Yes.
We got some callers on the line. Pat, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in. How you doing, Pat?
Hey, King and Queen. I was just listening to the radio, and I was thinking to myself, it's just a comment that I have. Our community is in the slumber. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is I know we are in the slumber because I was in the slumber. And I don't mean to take it to such a light level, but in entertainment, when all the celebrities or entertainers started falling, I went back and started listening to some of the music again. And I realized that I was dancing and shaking to some hideous, horrible things.
Yes.
I was in the slumber. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's how we are in our voting practice. That's how we are in our community. The people in the suburbs understand that their children are the future, so they are not having it. It wouldn't go down that way because they understand. They're not slumbering and they understand that their children are the future. Our children are our futures.
Yes.
And when I said the other day, I said, hey, everybody that has a child at MPS should stop one day or two, or however long it takes, and say, hey, we're not moving until y'all move on the behalf of our children. Then we would see something go on. But until we wake up out of this slumber, we are not going to get anywhere. I hate to say it, but if we don't wake up, we'll eventually be in a permanent slumber, if you know what I mean.
Well, you can't dig your way out.
Yes, I say pray for the people, our community, to open their eyes and see what's really going on. Stop thinking that it's Democrat versus Republican. It's us. It is us. We are against each other. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Salute, Queen.
Hey, they found out a long time ago if you give a brother a few dollars, he gonna tell on the rest of them. Yeah. Just like what happened to Lil Durk. Yeah. Okay, that was his buddy. He gave him $50,000 and a house. And, somebody that he looked out for, and then, now he in jail. Not to say what they was doing was right, because that drill music is definitely a detriment to the community. Absolutely. But what I'm saying is they know that if they can get you in a space where, I can offer you something in exchange for your people, that they going to take it.
Yeah, because a hungry dog is going to be loyal to anybody that's going to feed him.
Well, when we come back, what we did... Okay, so do we got time to take... Okay, Eddie, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in. How you doing,
I know
brother?
that ain't who I think it is.
Okay, good day, Tory. Good day, Liz. How you doing today?
Hey, how you doing, Eddie?
Good, I'm doing good. I wanted to touch base on what Tory was saying. Chicago Metropolitan is about 8.5 million people. Milwaukee Metro, we'd be lucky to count at 1.5 million. City of Chicago is almost 4 million, and Milwaukee, like Tory said, isn't even 600,000. When you take the per capita deaths, Milwaukee is probably literally 2.5 or 3 times as violent. So if Chicago has 3 murders in a day, when you divide it into all the people per capita, Milwaukee has more violence. One of my friends was an officer. He committed suicide about 3 years ago. It was in October 3 years ago. And he had told me, he said, Milwaukee is the most violent place in America. It's even more violent than Detroit. And I said, how do you figure? He goes, per capita, we're 50% more violent than Detroit. So I think what my gig on this is, if you raise your kids right and you give them an honor code, and you guys and I had a conversation one time where I said you could put a beach ball size amount of cocaine in front of me and my siblings, and we wouldn't touch it. We wouldn't have to have counseling or a program. We wouldn't even take the bait. And when we start raising kids like this, so that no matter what comes their way, they're going to be prepared for it, to do the right thing. I think that's when we're going to find success. And I think people have to start figuring out what they want their kids taught in these schools. And if they're not going to get it, they go to the school that teaches them, or they even homeschool them.
Hey, salute.
All right, Eddie. Hey, exactly what I was trying to say when we talk about numbers and statistics and volume when it comes to community. And this is where I say this is why we have to realize we're not topping these negative lists for no reason. We're topping these negative lists because we're being told the opposite of what's actually happening.
Absolutely.
So once you get the truth, it's nothing wrong with understanding what's happening.
Yeah.
It's just now your reaction after you understand what's happening.
Yes.
Now you can be about that action. Yes. Now you can be more attentive and to your neighbors and working together to try to resolve it. Now we have multiple reasons to work together instead of being apart.
Absolutely. Being misled on purpose. But when you recognize that you've been misled, you can, redirect that energy.
Hey, look, when we come back, Elizabeth Brown, I want to get your final thoughts as usual.
Hey, let's do it.
Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. The Truth app is home for all the Milwaukee Panther content you would want.
He'll dart baseline, and he will tomahawk it home with his right hand.
From conversations on the airwaves.
We're going to defend every board up the floor and every bounce and every pass. And we've got good depth, and you have to have good depth for the way we play.
To game highlights.
And at the top, rises for three over Young and buries it.
Find The Roar on the Truth app, Apple, Spotify, and wherever else you get your podcasts to keep up with Panthers hoops.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With limited incomes not keeping up with the lingering effects of inflation, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
Literally one call, that's all.
I made one call and that's all, worry-free.
One call, that's all. It worked.
Just one call and that's all.
They will do what they say they're gonna do. One call and that's all.
One call, that's all means security.
It's literally one call, that's all.
It's a phrase we'll never forget.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as one business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Milwaukee Health Services Incorporated is celebrating 35 years of serving all income and medically underserved populations of Milwaukee's metropolitan area. MHSI is a one-stop shop that provides medical, radiology, dental, pediatric, behavioral health, pharmacies with affordable medications, and more. Also, MHSI's new family medicine residency program, located at the Isaac Cobbs Heritage Health Center, has brought 28 family doctors to our area, which is significantly impacted by healthcare workforce shortages. Become a new patient today. To schedule an appointment, call 414-372-8080. Your health is their business.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
That's a good one, Pete.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Elizabeth Brown, another powerful conversation today.
Absolutely.
Hey.
Absolutely powerful. And so many great points was made. The reality of what's happening right now, like you stated, when you know the truth, you can change.
Right.
You know, it's the unknown. When we're silent, when, people continue to point you in one direction that, or have you believing that everything is so good, like, look, it's worse over there. So you're not paying attention to what's really going on. But like I said, I think the changing of the guards is happening. A lot of us is realizing that no matter how much money you throw at something, clearly the people that's making all of the money not doing no work, and the people that's barely making it is doing all the work. And like you said, if one person do a little, nobody has to do a lot. And I think right now, this is the drawing board that we're coming back to, not the crumble piece of paper that got the writing on it, the clean slate. And that's knowledge has always been power. The more you know, the more you grow. And I think we on that track of growing, because now we in the know. Now we in the know. We no longer making excuses. We making changes. So.
And the cool part about it is I always thought, like, change doesn't look like what the masses is doing.
Hell no.
So the masses is going to push back against change because it interrupts what's currently happening, where people have made their livelihood within whatever the circumstances are. So when change comes, they push back against it.
They have to.
But I posted a video about Kodak.
Yeah.
Kodak.
Black.
No. Kodak cameras.
Okay.
Remember, Kodak was a huge film cameras.
Yeah.
So one of the employees, they say, the story goes, one of the employees came to them and was like, okay, I got this digital idea. And, you know, we can go digital, but they had a huge investment in film that now you don't even hear from Kodak. They're not even a part of the era because that person went on to their opposite, which was Sony.
Right.
You know, their competitor gave Sony started launching the digital cameras, and now where's Kodak at right now?
You haven't heard?
Remember they used to rap it, the Kodak?
They did Kodak moments.
Kodak moments and stuff like that.
Yep.
So Sony was able to gain an advantage because they was changing with the times.
Exactly.
And so we have to be able to recognize that, okay, maybe it doesn't look like what we used to.
Yeah.
But like I said, we gotta progress. So sometimes progression don't look like what the popularity ideal is.
The lie.
Right. So
the truth don't look nothing like the lie. So the reality of that is you have to be willing and ready to take the chances, especially going in.
They gonna push back, but they gonna die out eventually.
It's happening.
Hey,
we here for it. Truth Nation.
All right.
We here for it. We got everything we need, you know, and moving forward, like I said, knowledge is power. And when you got knowledge, you able to make the changes. And we making changes, so let's get it.
Hey, look, I appreciate you for being on these front lines, Elizabeth Brown. We got a lot of work to do.
Let's get it.
All right, DJ Brother Z.
All right, Tory, look for the phone. Let's get it. All right, Queen.
All right, King.
All right, Truth Nation. Look, I appreciate y'all for tapping into the show today. Join me tomorrow for another powerful conversation. Hey, look, keep your head on a swivel. Green don't always mean go. And I love you. Dr. Ken Harris up next.
Make you mad, they treat you like a slave, put chains all on your soul and put whips up on your back.